So we're streaming. Everyone gets to see me watch me update the title.
Sausage is made.
Yeah. So, hello everybody, and welcome to Adventure on So Many Levels. We're gonna play some Dungeons and Dragons.
D&D.
Yes. I am Christiana Ellis, the Dungeon Master, and I was in the middle of updating the episode title, which I'll go ahead and finish doing so I don't forget. All right. So, I'm Christiana Ellis, the Dungeon Master. Our players tonight, Chooch Schubert as Otterkey,
Hello, hello.
Starla Hutchton as Nirakina,
Greetings and salutations.
Jenny Meltzer as Cadence of the Water,
Hi, guys.
James Meltzer as Ket of the Sands,
Buongiorno.
and Mark Kilfoyle as Alaric Copperbeard.
I have a disturbing feeling I might actually pull this off.
Maybe. We are, once again, down our beloved Vivid Muse as Amethyst, but she is doing busy, important things relating to the World Tree, so, that's how things go sometimes.
She's
But-
at another branch. It's fine.
So, let's talk about where we last saw the heroes of legend. Having just been reunited with your kitty bard friend, Ket of the Sands,
Yeah.
you delivered to him the Thriae honey that you had worked so hard to obtain for him. And it got him real high, but also gave him his singing ability back.
Figaro.
Yeah.
Among other things, because he learned as he was experiencing this incredible honey, this honey that gave him insight into the deepest secrets of the universe, allowed him to ask one question, and he asked about the stolen moment, and now has full knowledge of how the stolen moment works and how the moment could be replaced, either with the original stolen moment or with a replacement. And should the need arise at some point, should you all feel that that was something you wanted to do, Ket knows how now. But
See everything, man.
But you had a task set for you. It was time to fulfill your side of the bargain. When you were in the Astral Sea, Queen Solomonia of the Dawn Court intervened in a fight to help you and offered many other boons, in exchange for which you agreed, sort of, to retrieve for her a powerful magic item known as the Codex Panoptica, last seen in the possession of an enormous, ancient dragon, covered with amethyst crystal scales at the bottom of the crater where the World Tree used to be. Other notable things in that particular crater: what remains of the renegade, aka the caretaker, aka the gardener that you guys decided was also one of his nicknames. Also, a fissure that you learned was the first of the fissures, and a branch of the world tree growing through it into the prime material plane, but watched over by the Marut, which seems to be a powerful entity from the forces of pure law, intent on ensuring that the tree is not regrown. So you made a deal with this dragon back when you were there. You learned some important things about the nature of the threat to the universe. And in exchange for these secrets, you promised him various things, including various parts of your memory that were left in collateral so that you could return. Having saved the world, you would return with that knowledge and give it to him so that only he would know how the world was saved. But now you seem to be planning to go back for a different reason. We'll see how that goes.
Planning. I mean,
So, we left off last time with strategic discussions that were going on into the night as you sat in Ket's magnificent mansion, knowing what your next task must require of you. Also, Amethyst is not there because she felt a strange drive that she couldn't quite explain that led her to return to the World Tree immediately, feeling that it was in need of her in some urgent way. And so she has gone off to do that, and you don't know what the issue was or when she might be back. So, what's the plan? Or perhaps I should just ask, what are you going to do?
Well, you guys can sit around and talk all night. I'm going to sleep.
Yeah, I think it was pretty much decided that we were just gonna go to bed and then
Mm-hmm.
wake up in the morning and head out, unless there was something else anybody needed to discuss.
Nope, that was it for me.
Mm,
Bedtime.
Like, man, let's get to this dragon fight.
Yeah. All right.
It's gonna take a while. Let's go.
Clock wipe. Everyone's stretching. Oh, what a great long rest we just had.
Yeah.
Very
I
refreshed.
feel so refreshed.
Get up for
Yes.
breakfast? No? Okay, let's go.
Invigorated.
So,
So-
how are we getting to where we're going? Are we asking the queen to send us, or is somebody else using plane shift or something?
I have plane shift
Okay.
ready to go.
Yeah. That's what we had talked about.
Anybody want to say any last words to the Feywild? Don't know
So-
when we'll get to see her again.
So here is the thing. I mean, I could probably use it at a higher level later, pending I have that available. But this is like a one shot deal. So
Yeah.
should we operate under the assumption that once we have the book, she is going to come to claim her prize?
I would imagine she's going to look out for us, but we'd probably need to get clear of its lair, I would imagine.
Right.
There
'Cause I-
has to be some reason she can't get to it,
All right. Well, there's a whole bunch of
No.
magic-y things going on down there. So
I mean, part of the reason she can't get to it, she doesn't really want to take the time, I think.
Well,
And she
and there's a
could.
big dragon guarding it. There's that too.
I think she prefers having other people do stuff like that.
Sure.
Whoever gets the book, if it's not me, whoever gets the book, give it to me. She won't kill me. She likes me.
Right.
she
One other
already
thing.
owns my life. So if she wanted me dead, it would be easy enough for her.
Yeah, we'll have to fix that eventually too. But there's another thing. Who still has the charms that we have? Remember, the queen isn't the only person we have to watch out for.
Think
We don't
Archie
know.
has one.
don't
I
think-
have
Yeah,
one.
that non-detections, yeah.
I mean, I got charm, but not the one you're thinking of.
Yeah, you got lots of charm, but that's not the thing. What that means is as soon as we arrive there are going to be others that are aware of our process, or aware of our presence, I should say.
Well, I'm going to try to get us close enough that hopefully we won't have too much outside interference.
What I'm getting at is more once we've finished, and that's a big once, but we'll put that aside for the minute. We may or may not be able to get back right away. So we're going to have to make sure we're able to protect ourselves. That means, Kat, if you can hold on to one of those mansions, it might be absolutely necessary.
I'll do what I can, man.
I know. If we don't
I'll
do that,
keep it in mind.
What is the casting time for the mansion?
Let me just double check real quick.
Oh, it's just a bonus action. Don't worry about it.
Oh yeah, man, it's all good. It's all good. It is
it's an afterthought. It's not even a bonus action.
casting time is 1 minute.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I was
So
just going to
when-
say, so it's not a middle of combat.
No,
This
no.
game.
No.
So we still have all of our stuff. Like we can't bring the bags of holding in there. So were we going to have Ket
Don't
do the magic
think-
mansion upon arrival and then toss the stuff in there?
Good.
or just like leave it out in the open and hope for the best.
I'd rather give
Could,
it to Amethyst if I could, but
Amethyst isn't
No, we
coming with
can't.
us.
we
no.
could.
But I mean, we could.
Oh
shift
no, we
there
can't put
first.
the bags in the hole.
No. I think that might be the best option, is for that mansion to go up immediately. That does give us a place of refuge later, because you won't have time to cast it later.
Yeah, if we need to bail in the middle of the fight, we can at least run there.
So the plan would be to plane shift outside the magical bubble, like you would be. Where would you be envisioning arriving?
I'm thinking kind of like where we were before, because we had taken a rest before we went down into the hole last time we were there. So like at the top of the crater before you head down.
Yep.
So that's where I was aiming for.
Okay.
Yeah, that sounds about right. And then we can put the bags in the hole, and the hole, I should say, in the house. It's getting very weird.
Okay. I'm going to need the tuning fork for the material plane.
You should just assume
Sure
that
thing.
you have it because Amethyst had them and we discussed that. So.
Yeah.
Yeah, you take it.
I just,
Yeah.
I
Cool.
wasn't sure where all the stuff
Yeah.
is. But
Yeah.
Amethyst
So I knew
had
that.
it.
You can hold on to them because Amethyst did have them.
All right.
Okay.
Of which there are 3.
Plane shift is level 7.
One of those levels, yeah.
Yes.
All right.
Yep. So, do we have to be outside the magic mansion to cast it, or can I just do it from in here?
Technically, no, because you're already traveling from one plane to another. So it could be from this little demi pocket dimension plane.
Okay. Well, just go for it then. I'll keep my thoughts fixed on the spot that we discussed. Cast my spell.
All right. Okay. So,
Wait, but
Oh shit! I forgot.
so you focus on the rim of the crater. So you recall that there was that enormous dome of sort of illusion that had a path through it. Are you just inside that? But that would still lead a walk down the road that runs along the inside of the crater for some ways before you would reach that magical sphere threshold.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Definitely within that, if possible.
So you hold up this tuning fork attuned to the prime material plane. You focus on that location. You draw upon the divine magics within yourself, and you find the space warping around you. And I think you actually are aware of there being a temporal effect that you are not entirely used to, but it does not necessarily alarm you. And you all then find yourself appearing, poof, with a great sort of puff displacement of air on the desert ground, rocky, sandy soil surrounding the rim of this enormous crater where Emirate Arboris once made its material plane home. And as soon as you arrive there, you hear a voice in your head. Greetings, my friends. Shall I pretend not to know what your arrival portends? Perhaps we can all act as though you have come to honor the bargains you made. After all, I'm sure you have done much since we last spoke. Do you simply wish to purchase the return of your secrets and be on your way?
No, we can pretend.
I mean, we do want to buy something else, in theory.
Know
Where?
that I will not surrender my lair or my treasures to you or your fey patron. I wonder if she knows how rapidly you make pacts and then betray them.
Probably.
I mean, yeah. I mean, she knows. She's good with it.
You know what you know. And if that doesn't give you any fear or pause, then maybe our actions will. You
Can't you-
can survive this if you're careful and you're helpful.
If you are determined to proceed with this foolhardy task, know that I am prepared for you. But further, I urge you to simply turn back now. I can guarantee that if you simply leave now, go home, that the universe will be saved. I have it under control, and your further involvement is no longer required.
Well, that's a relief.
Well,
With the
Another
power
All right,
you've
guys, everything's under control. Let's go.
Finally, somebody's taking actual,
Yeah.
responsibility. So many a cosmic being is just being lax and lazy right now.
I just start walking towards the land.
With the power you've accumulated, you could easily make comfortable lives for yourselves.
Yeah, but I'm missing some reading material.
There's too much wrong in the world to be comfortable right now.
Further, if you do leave, I will call off the infernal assassins currently targeting Nirakina's mother and Alaric's father. The two of you may not remember them, but I do. And their lives depend on your next steps.
Now, there's something to give me
Oh.
pause. People I don't remember versus the rest of the universe. I don't think that balances out so well in your favor. And maybe you haven't heard, but death isn't exactly the barrier it once was. Maybe, yeah, yours would be, I suppose.
How about you, Nira? Alaric seems awfully eager to throw your mother's life away.
Don't get me wrong, I'm sure she's nice. And I don't mean her any harm. I'm not threatening her. But say the word.
I mean, I obviously don't want innocent people being killed. But some things are more important than one life.
Two, technically. And of course, any who try to interfere.
Sounds like you were already planning to be pretty treacherous. Who broke which bargain first? I mean, we could probably work that out, but it wouldn't matter much.
Nothing has happened to violate our agreement yet.
I'd say threatening people is probably a pretty good violation, but that could be a technicality.
Well, it's clear to me that you decide to interpret the rules of bargains any way you like, regardless of what was agreed upon at the time. So perhaps our conversation is done. Come then. Take the book, if you will. If you can.
I was walking towards the lair like the whole time they were having that conversation.
Well, I
mean,
mean,
was
are you
casting
leaving them
dimension.
behind?
Yeah,
I'm
Ket,
just
Ket,
gonna go ahead.
Ket needs to cast the Magic Mansion, so should let him do that.
I did already. I was casting
Oh.
it while all the talking was going on.
All right. So, Cadence, did you
wanna
realize?
Put the,
Well,
want to put the stuff in
yeah.
there?
Yeah, walk half into it and drop off my packs.
Yeah, throw the hole in the room with the chandelier. Feels like some sort of clue game.
I just yell in, Benson, take good care of that stuff.
Don't fall in the hole. But I want to turn to Nirakina. It may not be blustering. If it isn't, then it's more evil than I even bargained with, or bargained that it was. Anyway, when we're done with this, you can bring them back if you need to. Whatever it takes, I'll help you.
We'll deal with that later. Can't think about it right now.
Or let it burn you a little bit, and you can pour that into this self-righteous bastard. Can you believe him saying that, oh, I've got it in hand, everything is fine, the universe will be fine, just, lay down and sleep for a while.
That makes me wonder who else he's struck a bargain with.
I think he just wants to make everybody forget there was ever a problem. That makes it all go right, yeah? No. I'd love to beat it out of him. Hey, let's go beat it out of him.
So as we're walking towards this hole, I am going to cast Aid on Alaric and Archie and Cadence, I think.
Okay.
Because I can only choose 3, so.
All right. So remind everyone what that does.
Says each target's hit point maximum and current hit points increases by 5 for the next 8 hours.
Nice.
All right.
Hope that's not right. I set my max to 5.
Yeah, your max is higher than 5, I think.
A little.
All right. So, any additional preparations you wish to make for yourselves before you begin your descent into the crater?
There was one more. Let me find it. And for Ket, I am casting Death Ward. So the first time the target would drop to 0 hit points. As a result of taking damage, you instead drop to 1 hit point, and the spell ends. If the spell is still in effect when you're targeted to something that would by something that would kill you instantly, the effect is instead negated, and the spell ends.
All right.
So
And
Ket's got that.
don't forget, Ket, that you would still have in effect on you the lingering effects of the Thriae honey, which manifests mechanically as the same as the effects of the Foresight spell, which is basically you have advantage on everything. You're muted, I think.
I said, I'll take it.
All right. So, you all begin your descent into the crater?
Yeah.
All right.
Seems like the thing to do.
What's your marching order? I mean, this road is wide enough you don't have to go single file or anything, but how are you proceeding?
I run to catch up to Cadence.
Well, did you really leave them all behind, Cadence? I mean,
I just started walking towards the lair.
okay.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, if you walked ahead while they were doing that and continued on into the crater, I mean, I want to know if you were really doing that or if you were going off by yourself.
No, I just started walking towards it. Like, it wasn't like I'm leaving you guys behind or anything.
Okay.
I was just,
I would have followed.
I wasn't messing around.
Well, that's what I was
chit-chat.
trying to determine is that if you were actually going off by yourself. All right.
No.
Well,
I'm gonna
who knows
hang near
what
the
tricks
back.
this thing has. So yeah, I'll maybe we should bookend Alaric. I'll head up towards the front.
Okay.
I'm gonna hang near the back because I think what is it?
So, like I said, the
Yeah.
road.
I should say, I'll go
is-
next to Cadence. Yeah.
Okay.
Well, I'm not hanging back.
I grab Alaric and push him in front of me. This is what you've been waiting for.
I have to run to catch up to you anyway because you moved so
All right. So if Alaric's being pushed up in front,
And
and
I'll
we
slide to the back.
all right. Here, let me.
Should
I'll go ahead and just switch us to the map, and you guys, I'll show you that I'm actually adjusting
Hey.
adjusting this. And then,
can't even
So-
agree on our position. Fight is going to be great.
Yeah. So
Well, we all wanna be
tell
at the
me
front
if you
of the
want
great
any of
start.
that to be different.
Okay, which way is front? I guess where we're facing.
You're going right to excuse me, right to left. Is down the crater.
That's about right.
Okay.
Yeah.
I don't spread out a bit, maybe.
You guys tell me.
I'm telling them.
All right.
I'll go 2 squares north.
That's
Okay.
wise.
All right.
Yeah, you can put me near the back or at the back, either.
And Cadence, you're good with that bow.
Yeah, I should probably be closer to the back.
Okay. Well,
I was just excited. I want to kill this guy.
Hey,
No,
where do you want to
I-
go? Below
hey, I
Archie,
get it.
below Starla? Where do
You
wanna go?
guys have, you know what? Total creative control here. Make any battle formation you like.
I kind of expect that our characters are actually bickering about who has to go and which
We make
way.
like a smiley face. And
I will yeah, that's good. Right there.
Smiley.
Perfect.
All right. I literally put you in a smiley face. So,
That's
I
great.
mean, you guys tell me when you're ready to proceed.
We're ready. I'm
All
ready.
right.
I'm good.
Yeah.
Okay. Everyone make a Constitution saving throw.
oh,
So
We don't.
technically
Is
you
that one of the
are.
ones we have advantage on because of
Yeah.
RT?
no
It's
advantage, but
it's
a
not
plus
advantage.
4 to all
Yeah.
saving
Plus 4.
throws.
Okay.
When you are within 30 feet of Archie.
30 feet. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
But we are immune to fear within the 30 feet as well.
Constitution.
15.
Okay.
Total of 28.
22.
All right.
24.
25.
All right. Ket is the only one that succeeds because it was 25 is what you're trying to get.
I got 28.
Yeah.
I got a 28.
Lovely.
Oh, I'm sorry, I misheard then. So if you got 25 or higher, then it's a success.
Oh, okay.
Yikes.
So if
The rest are all
you
dead. Damn it.
so what happens as you are making your way down is that all of a sudden you're just making your way down this road, and then erupting from the center of where you're all standing, a shockwave just erupts out of the ground around you, and some of you might find it a little familiar, but Nira, you recognize it immediately. It's your own destructive wave spell. So those of you who failed take 18 thunder damage and 17 radiant, or excuse me, this is necrotic damage, excuse me, not radiant. So
You said 18 and how
18
much?
thunder damage, 17 necrotic damage. As this shockwave just erupts around you, and everyone who failed on the saving throw is also knocked prone. And those of you who did succeed take half that. So it would be 9 thunder damage and 8 necrotic damage.
So one of my improved auras is excuse me, aura of warding, resistance to damage from spells.
Mm-hmm.
Is it actual spell or
It is a spell. It is a spell. So yeah,
Cool.
you would.
Then that would be within 30 feet. Then everybody gets resistance to.
Oh, so we take half damage?
If
Everybody in your aura gets resistance to spell damage.
yeah,
Oh, that's cool.
my aura of warding.
Yeah, well, then it counts then. So then it would be.
It was one of his level 18 boosts.
Yeah. So if you if you failed, then it would be 9 thunder damage and 8 necrotic damage. Otherwise, it would be 4 thunder damage and 4 radiant damage or necrotic damage. So that happened. Several of you knocked prone as this a magical landmine erupted underneath you. Yeah. Roll initiative.
$20.
Yeah.
21.
Okay, hold on just a moment. 20 for Otterkey?
21, sorry.
21. All right. Alaric?
23.
23. Nira?
11.
11. Ket?
11.
11.
The
Cadence?
spellcasters bring up the rear, just to hit him at the very end. It's perfect.
Cadence?
13.
13. All right. And okay. So, technically, Alaric, you are up first. Although you know what? No, this is a surprise round for sure. And so never mind. You guys. So don't worry about that. So, Alaric, go ahead and make a wisdom saving throw for me, please.
Okay. That is a 13.
A 13 is a failure.
Is that with
Oh,
Archie's
wait.
+4?
No, 17 with the +4.
Still a failure, I'm afraid.
Yep.
All of a sudden, Alaric, you find that you are utterly unable to control your own body.
Is it a charm effect?
It is a charm effect.
I'm immune to charm effects.
Okay, well, you shrug it off then. You
Trying to
you
get it out of
realize
my hair now.
you realize it is only it's the axe, right? The axe is.
Mm-hmm.
So what you realize is that it does take control of your body, but the axe, lurches in your hand and sort of blasts this magical influence off of you.
I kiss the axe in gratitude.
All right. So that is the surprise round. It is now. I'm going to let everybody make a perception check.
Oh, boy.
$29.
That's
21.
20.
23.
All right.
3.
All right. So the 29, Nira, you see that just out of in your peripheral vision, as some sort of a magical effect seems to pass over Alaric and then fade, you catch just the tiniest glint, a shimmer of movement of some sort of a red tentacle-like thing disappearing back into one of these little tunnels.
Oh, great, that thing. It's not my turn, so I can't say anything yet.
You do see it, though. Nobody else got high enough. So, Alaric, it is your turn, though.
Yeah. All right.
You can use your reaction to shout something if you want, Nira.
I'm trying to remember what that thing was called. The creature from the oasis is attacking. It's here. The dragon's got friends.
I doubt it's a friend, but it might be an ally. I'll look around to see if I can see it, I guess.
So you I'll let you make another perception check with advantage because you just were warned.
That is a 27.
With
No,
that,
26.
you do see that hidden in the depths of one of these tunnels left behind by Umber Hulks, you do see that apparently there is sort of a few feet into the tunnel, there appears to be sort of a blockage made of red slime.
Why not? I'm going to run over,
Uh-huh.
run up the side of the tunnel, and start smashing to
So
try to close
I
the
should
tunnel.
clarify, these tunnels are like 3 feet in diameter.
Oh, well, even better then. I'll try to close off the tunnel.
All right. Okay, so how are you doing that?
Smashing the rock.
Okay, well, go
The
ahead
old-fashioned
and
kind.
make your attack rolls. I mean, you're not going to miss the wall, but if you get a crit, then it'll be like double, right?
Yep. Well, even more than that. 19, 27, and 24. So no.
All right. So get. You know what? I think with all of that, let's just not belabor the point of calculating how much damage the dirt has. So yeah, you managed to collapse the front of this little Umber Hulk tunnel.
All right.
Otterkey, you're up. Oh, unless you had like a bonus action or something you wanted to do. All right.
No, I'm good.
Okay.
I will use a bonus action to cast Shield of Faith on myself.
Technically, you ran up here. All right.
Class 2. I haven't noticed anything, so I'm trudging ahead down the
Okay.
ravine we're in.
All right. I mean, you just
Yeah,
you
I'm
just
just gonna
saw
use my
Alaric run
movement.
up to collapse the tunnel.
Oh, that's right. Oh, it's the thing. Yeah, I'll run over to it to assist him.
Okay. I mean, just to it seems
Yeah,
pretty collapsed, but yeah, but I mean, you can sort of be there and you want to just collapse it more.
Yeah,
Okay. You can do that.
more collapsing.
There's other tunnels.
All right. That's what
Very
Archie does.
perceptive.
All right. So at this point, let's see. I think that I need Ket to make a strength saving throw.
Strength saving. Okay. And I have advantage on this.
Yeah.
14.
Unfortunately, that is not enough as you suddenly find yourself lifted off your feet by telekinetic force. You are pulled off your feet and carried 30 feet out. So, let's see. And basically, this force has carried you out over the ledge. And for right now, that's all that's happened, is that you are floating there, being held up by this mysterious force.
Remember me fondly.
Who are you again?
Cadence, you're up.
Seeing that happen to Ket, I'm going to hold my action. I'm going to hold an arrow shot at whatever it is that's holding him if it appears.
Okay. I mean, right now it looks like whatever is holding him must be invisible or it's magical or something.
That's what my brain is thinking. So
Okay, you're holding your action in case of the visual confirmation of any enemy creature.
Right.
All right. All right. Are you gonna move anywhere, or are you staying right there?
No, I'm gonna stay right where I am and keep my eye on Ket.
Okay. Make a perception check.
21.
Okay. You see that there is a little red tentacle sticking out of this tunnel right here, and kind of pointing at where Ket is. So
Can I fire at it?
I think you don't
Since
have
I
line of
saw it?
sight from where you are. Like you would be hitting like the
Okay.
2 inches at the end of it.
Okay.
But you could approach over there and fire at it if you wanted.
I will do that.
Okay. Go ahead and make your attacks at this schlorpy red tentacle jelly sticking out of the tunnel there.
That is a 21.
Okay, 21 hits.
13 points of damage.
Okay, 13 points of damage. Hang on, it's going to make a Constitution saving throw. It fails, and Ket drops.
Okay.
Out of sight, into the mist, immediately.
I believe in him.
Like Lost Boys style, when I just
Yeah.
fall off the train tracks and
Michael.
into the mist.
I was thinking
Michael
of Zod and the other enemies in Superman 2 when they're in Fortress of Solitude and they fall down into the dry ice fog.
I haven't seen that enough. I've seen Lost Boys like dozens of times, so
Michael wants to know.
that's right.
I will fire at it with my second shot.
Okay.
Can I still do bonus action since I didn't do one?
Yeah.
All right, I'm going to bonus action Hunter's Mark,
Okay.
and that is a 27 to hit.
Okay. 27 hits for sure.
That is so 16, 21 points of damage.
All right. I think as you're doing this damage, all of you from all around are hearing from like multiple different directions, but not in your head. You're hearing the actual sound, but just from multiple sources of just like groans and sort of slurpy snarls. So yeah, that's 2 attacks. Did you have a third?
No, it's only if I do the
Right, yeah.
the weird movement.
Okay. So, Ket, you have a reaction you can use if you want to try something as you fall, as you plummet.
As I plummet. Yeah, I do. Just,
Let me be clear. The reaction is the one opportunity you have to do anything before you hit the ground below.
How far away was he when he started to fall?
He was about 20 feet off the side of the lip of the cliff.
So about 20 feet from me, or is he on this other side? I can't see us both there.
Okay, I mean, all right, I don't know. I'm showing it on the stream, but Ket was up here. I don't know what you can see.
Let's answer this question a different way. Was he within 60 feet when I saw him fall?
5, 10, let's see. Barely. 55 feet.
Then I will use my reaction,
Okay.
seeing him fall, to cast Featherfall.
All right. So, Ket, you are now no longer falling at uncontrolled speed,
okay.
but you are nonetheless descending out of your control into the mist. You still do have your own reaction. So you know that you won't take damage when you hit, assuming that you just land on the ground and nothing else happens to you.
Oh, dear. Okay, can I mean, suspension of disbelief, can I pull out my harp and play it and cast fly on myself?
That you can't do that as a reaction.
Okay, alright. Man.
Actually, let me think about it. So, for Featherfall, how quickly does he descend?
60 feet per round.
60. Okay, yeah. So you won't hit before your turn.
Okay. So I'll just...
You
I'll
would
just-
have if it was falling out of control, but with the Featherfall, you'll
Okay.
have a turn.
All right,
Okay,
I'll just
so
believe it.
when it's your turn then.
Yeah.
All right, so we had Cadence's turn. Ket, it's now your turn.
I will pull out my harp and cast fly on myself.
Excellent. And do you soar back up out of the mist to?
Yes, I do. Yeah,
Do
I
the-
got a flying speed of 60 feet, so I don't know how far down I fell.
You would have basically fallen that far.
Oh, okay. So yeah, I
Yeah.
bring
so,
my hands up over the ledge like in an action movie and
Yeah.
all hanging on the cliff.
Yeah. So you are pretending to hang over the side of the cliff, even though you can currently fly.
Exactly.
All right.
Yeah, pretty much.
Very nice.
Jeez, man! You tell a girl you love her, and she drops you like a sack of potatoes.
So, Nira, it's your turn.
Okay, so that tunnel Cadence was shooting into, it's still open, correct?
Yeah. So, Cadence, correct me. You moved over to have a better line of sight, so you would actually probably
Yes.
be more like right here.
Yep.
But yeah, so Nira, I don't know that you necessarily saw what Cadence did, but you saw where she fired.
All
So you
right.
could run over there and probably see it.
Well, I don't really need to, because I can just cast Shatter on the tunnel.
Okay.
We're gonna expend all our spells before we even get down there.
Gosh, it's almost like this was how the encounter was
Yeah.
designed.
Just use a hammer, damn it.
All right, so Shatter, that's a Constitution saving throw? For
yes.
Yeah?
Yes.
Well, he rolled
19 if it matters.
The old Lex rolled a 19 plus 5. So yeah, and it succeeds,
Well-
but it'll still take half damage.
Well, my intention was to collapse the tunnel.
Well, I mean,
thing.
but it's
Okay.
gonna, if you're trying
Right,
to collapse the
it's
tunnel,
got a
the
radius.
tentacles coming out of it. So like,
Okay.
yeah.
Half as much. Okay.
Bear in mind too that this thing is an ooze. It can squeeze through, a 1-inch gap.
Yeah, this seems silly to be fighting it when we should just go. But it's 9, 11. So half 11, so 5.
Okay. It does take 5 damage, and the ground around it does start to kind of collapse and fall in, but the tentacle is still kind of sticking out, so it's not like completely closed off. You get the feeling that if the tentacle were to withdraw, it would collapse to fill that space, but the tentacle is currently still hanging out of it.
All right, I just kind of shout at everybody, we need to get out of here and to where we need to go. We're wasting time.
All right. Do you want to move at all?
Yeah, I'm gonna proceed further down,
All right.
get things moving.
All right. Okay, that makes it the top of the initiative again. Alaric.
Yeah, they got it under control. I don't want to leave them too far behind, so I'm just going to keep running down the road.
Okay, are you dashing?
Yeah.
I mean,
guess
how
so.
how far ahead of where Nira is would you want to go?
Yeah, that's a tough question. It does curve, and it's like a spiral, as I recall.
Right, but remember this crater is like 2-3 miles across, so it's not a sharp curve.
All right. Yeah, I'm just going to charge on ahead. Why not?
Okay.
So I will move. I will use my action dash. I'll use my bonus action dash as well.
Okay. Make a Constitution saving throw.
All right. That's not as good. That's a 15.
Okay. Another one of these magical landmines erupts under you, giving you 16 thunder damage and 19 necrotic damage.
Just a second. I got to roll something. Okay. So
And you are knocked prone.
And it was how much again? Sorry, 16 and 19.
Correct. And that's
Okay.
thunder and necrotic, respectively.
All right. That's okay.
All
I said
right.
if all the landmines, nobody has to walk across them. This
Yeah.
is a plan. This is a plan.
Yeah, so you basically ran way off down here. I'll say, just for the sake of the map, that you got to that point when it blew up under you. All right. That makes it Otterkey's turn.
Oddkey, is gonna move truck on down the road like they said, like a good tiefling.
All right. Are you
So I guess I'll just follow on exactly how Alaric did.
okay? Are you dashing?
Yeah.
Yeah, so you can basically get to just ahead of where he was. I think my map, I'll scroll it over a little bit. All right. Next, let's see. I think, yeah, okay. At this point, you see those Cadence and Ket, who are near that tunnel, see the tentacle that was sort of hanging out, sort of like zip back in. Ket, make an Arcana check. And remember, you have all this stuff with advantage.
22.
Okay. If you had to guess, the way that tentacle moved as it pulled back didn't just look like it was physically pulled back. You would guess that there was magic involved with the movement.
Okay.
And so that's all that happens that you can see at the moment. Cadence, your turn.
I'm going to look at Ket and be like, quit flying around and let's go! And I'm going to start like following Alaric and Archie.
Okay. So you're dashing too, all of you?
Yeah, and I will use my cat movement thing too, so I can make sure
Okay.
I catch up to them.
Okay, well, you definitely would catch if you're just dashing regular.
Okay. Okay.
So for the sake of just using the map, I'm just going to kind of move you all back to the other side. Because I did not make a map that was like 2-3 miles long.
Man, this place all seems the same. It feels like we're not getting anywhere.
It's like on the Flintstones where you just see the same background keep repeating back.
Stupid
So
cheap
you guys are
animation.
all sort of just
Yeah.
sprinting down. Are you staying kind of close together, or are and remember, like this is outside, so Nira can fly also.
Yeah, I was actually going to say, like, I don't have to, like, walk on this path. I could just kind of...
So you guys tell me what you're doing.
That would be wise in the landmine department. So
Yeah.
Either going through all the landmines or we're going around most of them. Archie, Otterkey, I don't know if you can fly. Can one of you cast fly on him so it doesn't seem like he's so slow?
He's ahead of you!
Yeah, but I don't have to follow the road.
I do.
Demonstrate by walking over the side of the hill.
Archie, I will hold your hand.
let me.
Cadence, don't you have, like, spider climb or something?
Oh yeah, no, because I don't think I have that attuned. I took it off for the armor or
Yeah, I
something.
think I specifically did not do my flying mount because going to be anywhere where I thought I'd need to mount.
So you guys are you're running. Those of you who are you staying close together? Like some of you can fly, but are you staying in a pack?
I'm actually going to be off of the path, so, like, not with...
Outside.
Not clustered.
Yeah, definitely not clustered. I want at least 20 feet between myself and...
Okay.
I mean, I guess I could be
Like-
above, but...
All right. All of you make another Constitution saving throw, including Nira, because the range of this spell is 30 feet.
But we're close enough to Otterkey now, right? For the small one.
Yes. Yeah, you would have that the bonus again.
Jeez.
23.
14.
All right. You're all looking for 18.
20, not
Okay.
natural.
24.
Yeah. So
18, you said?
yeah. So if you
Okay.
did not beat 18, you're going to take 20 thunder damage and 15 necrotic
Well-
damage.
Within range of Otterkey, however, that's resisted first of all.
Correct. So you're right. So if you failed, then that would be 10 thunder damage and 7 necrotic damage, and then it would be 5 and 3
5
if you
and 3.
succeeded.
Okay.
Yeah.
8.
Yeah. But
All
those
right.
of you who failed the saving throw are once again knocked prone. Just totally face plant as you're running. Those of you flying fall out of the sky.
Oh my god.
Yeah. Nira, did you fail that saving throw or no?
I did not.
Okay. All right. What about you, Kat?
No, I didn't.
All right. Those of you concentrating on spells, though, should make a Constitution
right.
saving check when you take damage.
Natural 20.
25.
All right. You all also briefly feel another magical wave pass over you that for a moment feels as though your mind is conjuring up your worst fears, but then you all just feel the warmth and presence of Otterkey's radiant aura, and it just can't penetrate.
And once again, I kiss my axe.
Get the room, Alaric.
Fear not!
I have the power.
All right. So you're just charging on down then, huh?
I want to tell the rest of them to hold back, and we'll set off these bombs. They don't seem to reset.
Well, I mean, why would they reset? You guys are traveling along a long road, and there are more than one of them.
Exactly.
Yeah. Oh, I see what you mean. Yeah.
Yeah,
Once
I'm going
they're
to set them off and let them, not take the damage.
I would like to. I'd also like to cast see invisibility on myself.
okay. Is that concentration?
No, it's not.
Okay. You do that.
Okay.
You do not currently see anything invisible.
Okay.
Um,
Just putting that out there. That I have it for 1 hour.
Yeah.
Okay.
but if Otterkey can withstand the explosions, it would be better to have him by my side than running alone.
Yeah, it
Near-
hurts, but yeah.
Nira, make a wisdom saving throw.
That is a. Wait, do I still have the +4 with Archie?
Yes.
So that is a 33.
Okay.
Wow.
Yeah. That's a success. Mhm. All right, so you're running along. This is actually something that takes a little while. You're going a long way. But what you guys, as you're making your way down there, and Alaric is periodically getting blown up by landmines and then regenerating his health, you occasionally feel various little magical waves pass over you that are not having the desired effect, you guess. And then eventually slurping out of one of the tunnels on this road ahead of you is this enormous red blob creature. And so, like, the image here has this person on it, but the one in front of you does not. It's just a big red blob with all sorts of weird faces that sort of transiently appear on the surface of the blob. And you hear sort of quivering from some of these voices all speaking at once is saying, "Just turn around."
That's it?
Yep.
That's all you've got to say?
Alaric, it's your turn.
All right, then. Let's see. I don't remember fighting this thing. Like,
Yeah, I
you
was
guys remember
trying to
fighting this thing?
remember.
It's probably something we're supposed to do. I don't remember.
It did not like Ket's finger of death.
Nobody likes Cat's finger.
Most things
That
don't.
Seems a little personal, really.
That's not what she said.
Yeah,
Hey,
Prince
now what
Justin
you
in the chat is, "Don't turn around, oh ho ho. Come
John
to
Shaw.
town, whoa ho."
All right. Where is it? It's on the middle of the road, basically, right?
Yeah, yeah. It's currently, I would say it's about 40 feet from where you guys are. Whoops. I was going to do the ruler. Actually, it's about 60 feet from you right now. But you can move. It's your turn. You can do whatever you want.
Right. Let's see. It doesn't do that. It doesn't do that. So I can't do those. Jeez, I'm just crossing off the list here. I'm
Your
going
axe
to.
is saying, I'll do anything for rogues, but I won't do that.
I'm going to run over and then run over the side of the cliff and start running down.
Okay. Like you're bypassing the road and you're going like towards the bottom of the crater. Is that the idea?
I'm looking to make a loop around this because I still have
Okay.
probably some other bombs on the other side to run into.
All right. So you're basically just going to try to end run around it?
Yeah.
Okay.
And I will use my move and my bonus for movement. And I'll
Okay.
use my action for dodge.
Okay. I'll say you get to about here. You're maybe 15 feet down the side.
Okay.
All right. Otterkey.
I'm going to charge at this thing, though I can only do
10, 15.
30 feet.
Yeah.
Oh, wait. I was knocked prone, so I only get half my movement.
No, you would have gotten up again by this time.
That's right.
We kind
We
of
did
blurred
that.
together some
That's right.
long running along the road.
That's right. So yeah, I'll do my 30 feet towards it and hold my attack for
Okay.
it to come at me, bro.
All right. Okay. So, that
Fire,
makes it,
acid? I can't remember.
it moves to within 10 feet of you
Yes. Oh,
and makes 2 pseudopod attacks against you. That's a 22 to hit, and that one probably won't do it. An 11. The 22 does it, right?
hits. Yep.
Yeah. All right. So that's gonna be 20 bludgeoning damage plus 10 psychic damage.
Cool. So I am actually resistant to both psychic and bludgeoning.
All right. So you take half then.
Oh,
I think that would have been 10 and 5, I think is what I said.
Yep.
Yep. All right. And so that was the one pseudopod attack, but it does not draw closer. It attacks and you see some of the voices on it looking like some of the faces looking just furious, like with rage, but some of them look scared. All right.
Point at it with my reaction to do a hellish rebuke.
Okay. Yeah.
Fire, swath of fire out my finger. It's 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14,
lot of
15,
fingers
16
tonight.
points of fire.
All right.
I'm not sure what all these fingers are about. It's disturbing.
16.
I mean, they come in handy, but don't get me wrong. But
All right, 16. All right, yeah. So your fire lashes out. Actually, can you do that from 10 feet away? What is
wait.
the range of your hellish rebuke?
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, that's a good point. I thought it was right.
I mean, not a lot of things attack from as far away, so it's not obvious. But
That's true. Yeah.
double check. I went ahead and applied the damage.
Yeah.
We'll have it for now, but look it up for next time.
Yeah.
All right, Cadence, your turn.
I see Archie getting bludgeoned on, so I'm gonna teleport 10 feet and
Range of 60 feet.
Oh,
right
wow.
there,
All right.
and I'm gonna fire on it with an arrow.
Okay.
That is a 26,
26 definitely hits.
and that's still got Hunter's Mark on it. So
26 definitely hits the great big Gushy Jello mold.
that's 16 points of damage.
All right.
And then for my second shot, that is only a 19.
Still hits.
Oh, cool.
As mentioned, the gigantic Jello mold is not actually difficult to hit.
That is 19 points of damage.
All right, yeah. These arrows sink into it, and you're clearly hurting it. Like they're sailing through it and doing a lot of damage, and you can see like the slime around where it trails in is not just sort of filling in to have the space. You're seeing these arrow trails going through it, kind of. It seems to be like cringing over, and it's not replenishing its shape as quickly as you might have expected.
Nice.
And more of the faces look afraid now. Cat.
I will. I'm gonna fly 2 spaces north,
All right.
and then like 6 spaces over. Yeah, that way.
Like that.
Yeah, that way, right there. And
Okay.
then I'm going to cast Cone of Cold on it. So I
Okay.
don't hit Archie. I need to get in that position. So
Yep.
got to make a Constitution saving throw.
Constitution saving throw. Gets a 22.
All right, so it'll still take half damage.
Mhm.
I'm gonna use a dice roller for this. All right, so it takes half of 37.
Okay, so that's going to be 18.
18.
Yeah. You see it, this cold just blasts all over it, and you see this goopy, slimy ooze start to harden and solidify and crystallize, and little bits of it are starting to like chunk up and fall off and shatter, and it's looking really bad. A lot of these faces are literally just falling off and shattering, frozen on the ground, and it's looking very bad.
Okay, I'm gonna use some more of my movement and fly
Okay.
over to where I'm gonna fly over to where Lark is,
Okay,
but not 15 feet down. I'm just gonna stay level with everyone.
all right, kind of like that.
Yep.
Okay. All right, Nira, your turn.
Well, I don't want to waste any more of the big guns on this, so I am going to whip out a little bit of Sacred Flame, and it needs to make a Dex saving throw.
All right. It is surprisingly good at Dex.
Really? Okay.
Still only gets a 12.
All right, that does not mean it. So it is going to take 48 damage. 4. And that is 13, 15, 20 points of radiant damage.
Okay. What was the total?
20.
Okay. As you cast your sacred fire, channeling Rushama's divine fury at this thing, you see the fire take hold and set it alight. You see this thing is not just burning, it's burning away. And as this slime is being evaporated and dispersed into a horrifically smelling red smoke, you can see the faces screaming in terror, and all of the voices that have any semblance of coherence left just saying, "He made us do it. He made us do it. He made us do it." And it burns away.
Well,
Do we suddenly get our memories back?
No.
Damn it.
All right. So,
one down.
Yeah, anybody terribly hurt? I'm gonna lay
If we take a
hands
moment
on
to-
myself for some healing.
Yeah, what's everybody at right now?
I mean, give me a few minutes, maybe.
110 out of 136. I'm good right now.
Yeah, I'm good. I got 137 out of 153, so I'm good.
I'm down 49, so I'll give myself.
Are we taking a few seconds?
It sounds like it.
Just a few.
Well,
No,
Yeah.
I get to roll every time there's 6 seconds, so I just need to
Yeah.
roll me.
So here's the thing. It's still probably another 10 minutes to get to the magical sort of threshold
Yeah.
of the sphere, going down the road. And what I would say is that if you continue with this plan where Alaric goes ahead, sets off the landmines, and then just takes a few seconds to sort of recover, that plan works, right? Like there's and nothing else is attacking you at the moment. So you can just continue to do that until you reach this sort of magical threshold, at which point you can decide if you're doing anything else or just proceeding inside.
Good to me.
What do I look like at the bottom? Have I recovered entirely, or do I need a little bit?
I'm sorry, what? No, I would. It sounds like, in between these landmines, there's not like 1,000 of them.
Okay.
So,
I
like,
have time to recover.
yeah,
Okay.
yeah. So, yeah, I'd say that, especially if you guys are, sort of pace it right, you can essentially just let, Alaric be your sort of, infinite time landmine buddy.
It's not the title I signed up for, but I'll take it.
All right. So, as you continue to descend into this crater, you reach the point where there is a magical bubble of shimmering energy that you have passed through once before. Do you pass through it again?
Can you dispel that magic bubble? It's just a thought.
I mean, I could try.
Do we
You wanna
remember
make-
what it did?
I mean, it's been what? 4
We
years?
believe that it lives in like a pocket dimension,
Yeah.
that's why we can't, which
That's why we
could have been a
couldn't take
lie.
ourselves. Yeah, we don't know.
It has
So
strange.
yeah, we don't
magical
actually know what
inside.
it did. I don't think.
Because I mean, I equipped Dispel Magic as well, but
Bear
I'm
in
wondering
mind,
if there's
this
a point.
this sphere of magic is like a mile across.
Mhm.
It's not
It would take pretty high level magic to do that, I think.
And may be able to generate it again.
extremely high.
I have to wonder if. Never mind. Because I wouldn't know that anyway, so never mind.
I think that it is obvious on its face that this is a level of magic that at best you could temporarily suppress it, and that in and of itself would be extremely difficult. This is not a normal spell.
For all we know, the Marut itself is generating this.
Is there-
Why, but
Are there any rocks on the ground
Yeah.
right here?
Mhm.
I'm gonna pick up a rock and throw it through the field and see what happens.
Whoop.
Does it just go right through?
Yep.
Ooh, I'm going to cast Minor Illusion.
Mm-hmm.
And make like a what can I make?
doorknob.
Yeah, okay. I'm gonna cast Minor Illusion and make a doorknob and throw it through the thing.
All right. So we'll just kind of say it's sort of like this. Like as you're descending in, it's this bubble that's
Okay.
at the bottom, and you're kind of descend into it. You conjure a little illusory doorknob, and you throw it through the barrier. And what spell are you using? That minor illusion?
Yeah.
I don't think you can throw a minor illusion.
Oh, okay.
You conjure
Okay.
this little doorknob in your hand, and then as you go to throw it, you realize it stays right where your hand was.
Okay. Can I will cast Minor Illusion again, I will cast like a small little chair, but I'm going to try and cast it on the other side of the bubble.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
It happens. I mean, you see it sort of translucently through the shimmering energy, but
Okay.
it seems to work.
Okay. Okay, that's all good. Let's go.
We weren't robbed
Hey.
of everything, but there was weird magic or something on the other side. It's
You
beyond
know,
me.
you know what would be helpful right now, Lark? A pig.
You'd
I
like to
could just
sacrifice
send
a
it right
pig to this
through.
thing?
I could send it right through and see what happens.
It's a waste of bacon.
Too bad we don't have the pig.
I wouldn't treat a pig that way. I'll start walking towards the.
Yeah. I push a Lark through the barriers.
He explodes into little bits and gobbets. No, I'm kidding. You walk right through it. It tingles a little bit.
Famous last words. I wouldn't treat a pig that way. Boom.
Yeah.
Someone too.
It's like you are
No, it's
annihilated.
another-
No.
It's another mine to explode, so I got to walk straight into it.
Yeah. You walk right through it. Nothing happens. It tingles a little bit. That's it.
All right. Gesture for the rest to follow.
I follow.
All
Can
right.
inside it, can I see now anything?
Oops, I didn't mean to draw that on you. Sorry.
Ah,
Yeah, so I mean, inside it, you don't see, like, in the crater, mist had kind of clung, like, over the top of it. And so once you descend into it, you don't really see the mist anymore. What you see is the enormous bottom of this crater. It looks like the last time you were here. And similar to the last time you were here, there is a large magical bubble of darkness. And let me go ahead and, even though it takes you like 15 minutes to get to the base of the crater from here, I'll just go ahead and move you to the other map. Because essentially there's nothing else of interest really until you get there. So this little bottom passage here is where, you would arrive from the crater road. Hang on, let me get it arranged in here. And so this is not the entirety of the bottom of the crater. It's just the part where the interesting bits are. These little circles are, as you may recall, there were strange sort of little bubbles of magical energy with weird effects that sort of drift around this region. There's the bubble of magical darkness, and on the far side of it, you see where the Marut is still standing its, stationary vigil. And you recall this bubble of darkness, when you had made your deal with the dragon before, it, dissipated that darkness, and you knew that that's where the rift and the tree branch and the remains of the renegade were in there before.
But we don't see the dragon.
You do not.
it's probably over there. You point at the big black dome of darkness.
I'm wondering. I don't know that I want to.
Let's, for the sake of fun, go ahead and roll initiative.
Yeah, I was going to ask that. Yeah.
No. We wish to set up camp here and
I
discuss this
was about
campaign.
to
for the
do
next 10 minutes.
Ah,
Damn.
5.
14.
Okay. 5,
18.
14, 18,
11.
11. And Cadence? Oh, you're muted.
16.
All right.
Oh man,
Okay.
means I got to go first.
Or do
Well,
you?
there's no more landmines, so
Yeah. Let's see. So, let me take just a moment here. Yeah, okay. So, you are, walking into this crater. And technically, so you are technically in initiative for when things start to happen. but for the moment, you are, in control of. You are doing what you want to do.
I'm gonna pick up a rock and throw it into the magical darkness.
Okay. Make it as an attack roll with disadvantage.
Okay, but I have
What?
advantage, so it cancels it out.
What
Well,
are the
I'm just
other-
trying to say, like, there is something
Yeah.
in the darkness, so I'm trying to decide if you randomly hit it or not.
This 14.
You hear the rock just go dunk 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 dunk.
Okay.
Are those holes in the floor? Is that the idea?
No,
with
those are basically places where, like, there looks like there maybe was once a wall there, but now it's all open on top, so it's kind of like a hedge maze sort of thing. It's all open on
Okay.
top, but you can't go straight along the floor that way. As you are kind of looking at all of this, let's see. Are you kind of spreading out, or are you staying in a little pack like that? What are you doing?
Probably be wise to spread out.
No?
Yeah.
Well, you tell me.
Yeah, for real. I mean, I'm gonna head in, but
And I'm gonna back
waiting
up.
for my
I mean, you guys tell me what you want to do.
initiative turn.
Yeah.
Who's next?
Can I maneuver myself?
Let's imagine you all have a moment of your movement. So tell me what you would.
Can I maneuver myself between the blue and purple circle?
Yeah. So, how long does fly last? Is that still going? I don't think
I believe It's
so.
good for an hour.
An hour.
Let me just double check.
Okay.
Pretty sure it's an hour. Oh no, it only lasts for 10 minutes.
Yeah. So it would have worn off by now.
Yeah.
All right. So,
Okay, that's good.
want to change what you were planning then?
No, can I still maneuver there? Can I walk?
I mean, you can.
Oh.
Which way? You would sort of pass through what this magenta bubble is currently.
I can't. Oh, I can't. Yeah. Yeah. Okay.
How curious is the cat?
I'll take one for the team. I'll go through the magenta bubble.
Okay.
Why is he
So-
doing that? We don't need to do that. Where is he going? Ugh.
Yeah. All right. So as soon as you enter this weird little magical bubble, immediately it's as if you have gone deaf. There's no sound in there.
Okay.
All right. So you're kind of heading in that direction.
Mhm.
Everyone else, basically, you have one turn's worth of movement to sort of decide where you want to be.
I would like to move kind of back behind the green bubble down here.
Okay. So you are still able to fly in here. So would you want to avoid this the green bubble?
Yeah, I'm not gonna chance it.
Note, they are moving. They're just stationary right now because we're doing like turn-based combat. So, but they are moving.
Okay.
All right, so you can be kind of right there. Anyone else?
Would it be okay if I cast mirror image? It would have been one of my prep things.
I mean, I guess. How long does it last? Because
1 minute.
okay,
So I would do it just as I think I'm going into something.
yeah. So I mean, if you feel like at this point you would cast it, then sure.
Yeah.
All right. So let me put a little. I don't know what. I'll use. I'll just use this little little ninja symbol.
Okay.
It's very small on the screen, I know. But that's your mirror image, rather than actually duplicating the token.
Yep. No, that's
um,
fine. Makes more
yeah.
sense.
Okay, so but would you want to move
So-
at all?
Yeah.
Okay, where?
Onto that dark patch to the left above the sort of light green circle. So
Okay.
kind of sitting
So-
between those two, then walking up the side of the rocks and getting up on that upper level.
All right. Okay, Cadence, Otterkey?
So Otacres is a little complicated in that he was going to pull on the dragon mask, which one of its benefits I have not used yet is once a day I can gain blind sight
Ooh.
up to a range of 30 feet for 5 minutes.
Okay.
So he was going to go towards the darkness, hoping that he can see
How
what's
long?
behind it as he gets closer. So 5 minutes, 30-foot range.
Okay. Okay. So let's Cadence decide where you want to move first, but then when Otterkey moves towards the darkness, that'll make the rest of this start to happen.
Everybody else already moved, so I'm going to stay where I am.
Okay. So Otterkey, you are moving forward towards the thing, and when you get to about here, you're first passing through and not seeing anything, not sensing anything in the magical darkness. You're not even really seeing exactly. You have just sort of it's almost like, it's almost like infrared. So, but what you pass through though is you start seeing there was a little sort of platform dais where the branch and the rift and all of that stuff were, and as you get to it, what you realize that is in there, you sense 5 figures that are all sort of roughly humanoid sized, but armored in very strange armor. And I think that, I suspect that would be surprising enough that it would be obvious to someone watching you that you're surprised and you have seen something.
Probably have a reaction.
Yeah. I'm just saying, like, if you really wanted to try to say, no, I totally play it cool and don't give any sign that I've seen something, we could talk about that. But I think it's, yeah.
Thank
So,
you. He's not very wise.
yeah. So, when you react and it is clear to the creatures inside that you are, that you see them, a bunch of attacks happen. The one of them that's kind of in the center fires 3 longbow attacks at you.
Good.
That's going to be that one probably won't do it. That's just a 13 to hit. I think I was going to say anyone else who didn't have blind sight would be the attacks would be with advantage, but not for this. But 24 probably hits.
Yep.
And then 22.
Yep.
All right. So those two. So the first attack does 7 piercing damage as it hits you, but then also 11 poison damage, and I need a Constitution saving throw.
Uh, 21.
21 is a success, so you are not poisoned. But now let's see about the second arrow that hits you. Yeah, so that's going to be 11 poison damage and 6 piercing damage. And the piercing damage here is not magical piercing damage, if that matters.
Yeah, I have it. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. So that central figure fired 3 arrows at you, but the 4 other ones around it that have a very strange armor profile that you can't quite identify with a blind sense, but it's unusual. They all are each making 1 heavy crossbow attack at you. That's a 9. That's a 6. And that's a 12. Those losers. And then a natural 1. So, yeah, those losers all missed you with those heavy crossbow attacks. Yeah, and then... let's see. Then, Otterkey, I need you to... Sorry, hang on. Sorry, this is a complicated encounter. So, give me just a second. So, you are going to, yeah, okay, yeah. Sorry, I have too many choices here. Okay, you are going to need to make, an intelligence saving throw.
Is 23.
A 23 is a success. So you find yourself briefly starting to lift up off your feet, but then you realize that somehow it's almost like it was a trick. Like you were physically lifting off your feet, but then you realize somehow it was just thoughts making that happen, and you're able to reject them, and you drop back down onto your feet. All right, so we are now calling this officially, we're in initiative, and the next thing that happens, that was, okay, let's go 26. Okay.
And I only saw those figures. I didn't see a dragon, right?
Right, that's correct. Yeah. So, so at this point, Ket, you are up. All you know is that, you wouldn't have even heard it, but, if you were kind of looking back, you might have seen Archie, now wearing the dragon mask, suddenly reeling as arrows and crossbow bolts are firing out of the darkness at him.
All right. I will. That black thing in front of me. I can like
This thing,
shoot over that, right? Yeah.
you would have to climb over it, but you could easily do so.
Oh, okay. I will.
Yeah. So let's say it's like 15 feet tall, but you're a tabaxi, you could easily just
Okay.
scamper up
Yeah.
it.
I'll climb on top of it,
All right. Bloop, bloop, bloop.
and I will cast Cone of Cold into the darkness.
Okay. What's the range of the cone?
I believe it is 60 feet. Just let me double check.
60 feet?
Yeah. Yep. It is a 60 foot cone.
Wow. Okay. So, here's the thing. I don't think you can see Alaric from there.
Okay.
So, how are you aiming the cone? Like, would you be aiming it like towards the center?
Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah, so I think you get Alaric in the cone because you wouldn't know to aim it to avoid him.
Okay.
I have the mind detector. That's fine.
All right.
Fine. This is all fine.
Yeah.
All right. So
So.
Constitution saving throws all around.
All right.
I'm still within range for Autarky, though, so.
Well, hang on. You know what? Actually, let me put a little aura on Autarky so that we can see that 30 feet. Because that makes a difference. So you are actually not in range of his 30
I thought it was 60 feet. All right.
No. Yeah.
Used to be 10, now 30.
All right. So we've got a 22 for the central figure that's in there. 1 for the other guys. So that's going to be a fail. And then those guys are rolling terribly. Oh my god. All 4 of them have rolled terribly for every roll so far. Okay. So, the other 4 figures fail. The
Okay.
central one succeeds.
Okay, so the failed ones take 41 damage, and the success takes 20 damage.
Holy.
I rolled a 23, so I think that's 21 or 21. Or 21 or 20.
20 points of damage.
Wow. Man, that sucked for them. Okay.
And then I'll climb back down I'll climb back down into the sphere again.
Yeah.
I'll yell out, they've got cold. They've got cold weapons.
What?
Oh crap! Sorry, Alaric.
Hang on. Hang on. Sorry, my need to. Oh no! Oh no! Okay, shoot. I'm trying to use the D&D Beyond encounter tracker, and
Not working.
well, it lost some stuff, and when it did, I tried to reload, and it lost everybody's initiative.
Oh my god, man.
It's alpha time.
Yeah, hang on, just a moment.
More like D&D Beyond crap, am I right?
Well, you know, I mean, it's neat.
Hey, they're
but
not a sponsor.
Yeah. I'm excited by the encounter tracker. I think it's really cool,
Yeah.
but it still does have some bugs for sure.
And they're giving them very useful information.
Yeah.
That's right.
Oops.
Are you listening?
Um,
Where's the bug?
Bots are watching.
Just listening for my name. So
Okay, so does everyone remember what your initiative was? You know what?
Mine was 18.
And it was like 5.
I think
14 for me.
Okay, hang
16.
on. Why is it? I shouldn't have tried to do it on my iPad. Is the problem? Okay. Ow. All right. I'm sorry, everyone. Just a second.
So what fight a dragon next week on so many levels?
Okay, so everyone, please, your initiative again. Alaric?
11.
11. Otterkey?
5.
5. Nira?
14.
14. Kat?
18.
18. Cadence?
16.
All right. I'm just re-rolling for the bad guys, you know, so it is what it is. All right, so Kat just had his turn. So,
Can you move me back into the circle?
oh yes.
Yep.
And then, all right. So Cadence, it is your turn. You're on deck here.
Okay, I just watched Ket Cone of Cold into there and Archie get fired on from in there, so I'm just gonna take 2 blind shots into the darkness.
Okay.
So disadvantage.
Yeah.
Okay. That is a 18.
Okay. Let's see. An 18 will hit.
Okay. That's 10 points of damage.
Okay. You hear from inside some clanking of what sounds like metal armor sort of collapsing, and then a weird sort of hissing, boiling sound.
Okay. I will take a second shot.
All right.
That is a 27.
Okay. 27 will also, yeah. Hit.
Oh, nice. That's a 17.
All right. Yeah. So same sound again.
Nice.
Otterkey. Well, it's not your turn yet, so it doesn't matter what you see yet. I'll tell you in a minute when it matters. Okay. So, do you want to move at all, or are you just staying right there doing that?
I'm gonna stay right there.
Okay. So, at this point, Cadence, make an intelligence saving throw.
That is a intelligence. That's just a 12.
Okay. you basically a chasm opens out. The ground just crumbles out from under your feet, and you are falling into it. You're going to take 1 psychic damage, to which you are resistant, so nothing. But you are still, apparently, falling into a chasm. Those of you who would be near enough to see her basically just flop on her face onto the ground.
Okay.
Yeah. So that happens to Cadence. And then Nira, it is your turn.
So, I want to try something, and I don't know if it's going to work or not because
Okay.
my research is not giving me a good answer. Because there is this darkness in the center and nobody can see it. I don't know what level spell that is, but I think I'm going to try. I'm going to use Dawn. It's 5th level.
Okay.
It's a 30-foot radius, 40-foot high cylinder.
Right.
Not sure what else you need to know.
30-foot radius is pretty big.
Yeah. And I want to try to not get alarmed.
Does it
and
dispel
kept in-
magical darkness or something? Is that...
Well, I don't know because the spell on D&D Beyond does not say, and I've been doing Googling and I can't find an answer there either.
Okay,
The
well,
best
so,
I can find is that magical darkness can be dispelled by some kind of light spell that is that level or higher,
hang on a little.
or higher than the level of the darkness
Okay.
spell.
So 30-foot radius is like this.
Right, so I'd probably center it a little more south, yeah, and a little more, oh, yes, just so it gets the circle, or it gets the bubble of darkness, but
Okay.
not
Yeah.
the
So,
people.
so what level is it?
It's a 5th level spell.
I think I will let you make a wisdom check to see if it dispels the darkness. It doesn't happen automatically. You feel the darkness resisting your spell.
Right, well, that is a 25.
Oh, yeah, that'll work. You dispel the darkness. And you reveal that,
Nice.
yeah, so what you see inside there is first a couple of things. One, you see a strange winged humanoid creature with a long sword and a long bow and then what looks like a lasso at her hip. Accompanying her were 4 of these strange humanoid approximately figures in really creepy armor where the whole helmet looks like a solid like baby face mask, but there's no holes in it. It looks like it's just solid metal shaped like a baby face. But 2 of them are dissolving into puddles of goo. And then you do see the fissure and the branch coming out of it, but notably, the branch doesn't look like it did before. It is now covered in amber, like when a tree is, like there's an ice storm and everything is coated with ice. The tree branch is coated with amber in that way. It was not like that when you were last here. So, does something else happen with the dawn or just dispelling the darkness?
Yeah, they need to make a Constitution saving throw.
Okay.
Everybody that's in that radius.
All right. Well, I will have them do that in just a moment. Let me...
19 to meet it or beat it.
Yeah. Seems pretty good.
And they'll take half damage regardless.
Okay, so first, the 2 Maragons. Those guys, they suck. They're not even getting to do anything. Oh my god, they both fail. And they're going to be toast anyway from having the cold first. So, Yeah, so what's the damage?
29 total.
29 total. Yeah. They're toast. You see them just long enough for the 2 remaining armored figures to totally burn away. So on their one turn that they got, they all missed. And now they're dead.
I know that feeling very well.
Yeah.
But the one in the middle, who looks really irritated with them, does fail the saving throw. And so you said it's
29 radiant damage.
okay. 29.
If they succeed, it's half damage. So
Okay. They did not succeed. And they look really irritated by that. Now, correct me if I'm wrong. This stays around, right? So, like, if they don't move out of that circle, it's going to happen again.
yeah, they
Right?
take more damage, right? And it's
Okay.
a concentration spell for up to 1 minute, and I can move it if I'm within 60 feet.
Okay. Yeah. So, you have killed these 4 creepy armored figures who are now all sizzling into little puddles of black goo. This winged creature does not look happy about what just happened. But what you do not see
Is the
is an
dragon?
amethyst dragon. At this point, the magic moves. So we have the magenta one moves like this. It seems to be orbiting the center counterclockwise. And then this one is going to move down like this. It's also orbiting the other direction. So as it moves over you, Ket, you find yourself suddenly feeling as though gravity has reversed itself, and we'll deal with that, resolve that on your turn. But you have just had a gravity reverse bubble float itself over you.
Okay.
And then the green one, let's roll a d8 to see which direction that moves. 8.
Come on over.
It's going to move 1, 2, 3, 4, like that. So it briefly moves over you, Nero, which feels a little weird. And now it has encompassed Cadence, who might notice it feeling a little weird, but currently is probably distracted by falling into a crevice. All right, so that happens. And now it is this lady's turn, who is definitely going to move out of this dawn spell. She, in fact, is going to look right at Nira.
Uh-oh.
Head straight for her. And make 3 longsword attacks against you.
Oh.
That's 19 to hit.
That meets my armor class.
All right, so that'll hit then. And then a dirty 20 to hit. And the last one would only be a 14, so that'll miss. So, so hang on. Let's see. She's using her sword two-handed. So that's going to do, there's 2 of these, so 9 slashing damage from one and 10 slashing damage from the other. You are not within Archie's radius, and it's not a spell effect in any effect. But in addition to that, that slashing damage, you're going to take a bunch of poison damage. Let me get these dice. There we go. So you're going to take 11 poison damage from the first one, and there we go. 22 poison damage from the second one.
Ouch.
Yeah. And then, so she does that to you.
Well, as my
Slash, slash,
reaction,
slash.
I'm going to use my Wrath of the Storm.
Okay.
They need to make a Dex saving throw.
All right. They fail.
Alrighty. That's going to be 9 points of lightning damage and pushed away from me. Ooh, I need to make a constitution or a concentration.
2 of them technically,
Yeah.
because it's 1 for each attack. So including the poison, but so I think it was I didn't keep track of how much damage it was for each time. It was going to be like let's say your Constitution saving throws you need to beat a 10 for one and a 12 for the other. Let's just say.
What is my modifier on that? It's been so long since I've had to do one. Straight roll?
Constitution saving throw.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
So that one is a 16. How many do I need to do? 3, you said?
2 for the two hits.
And then 17.
Okay, yeah, so you maintain the dawn spell. And is she pushed back? How far?
I think it's 10 feet.
All right. She is startled as she is blasted back 10 feet. All right. Okay, so that makes it Otterkey's turn.
Doodle-doo-doo-doo-doo. So I'm going to think 10, 15, 20, 25. Yeah, I can run around this aura bubble aura thingy
Okay.
to engage and do some whoop ass.
Alright.
So on my way, I'm going to do my bonus action Shield of Faith
All right.
and then take some swings.
All right.
Do a good old fashioned sword play.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Attack 1. 29 to hit.
Okay. Yeah, hits.
Is let's see. Oh, not very good. 20 points. Second, so it's 7. No, wait. I'm sorry.
Here's something that may be relevant for you. This is a
Yeah.
fiend. You can tell immediately. This is a devil.
Oh. Actually, yeah, I don't think I get anything anymore. Actually, for that.
Oh, okay.
But
Oh, you're not using that sword that did that anymore. Yeah.
yeah. This is the. So okay, I'm trying to figure out if the damage type matters because it's radiant damage. And then
They're not
slashing.
like vulnerable to radiant damage,
Okay,
but
cool.
and it's magical slashing damage. So there's basically no special effect. Just 20,
Gotcha.
20 you said?
So 20 points, right, total for the
Alright.
first attack. Second attack is a natural 20.
Nice.
Plus lots of, Oof. That's 6, that's 10, 14, 15. 29. 35 points of damage total.
Oh, okay. Nice. All right. Yeah, you're just tearing this lady up. Like she's got a little more fight in her, but that you did some serious damage to her. You're just carving into her.
And yeah, that one I would actually. Oh no, I already used my bonus action, so that's
All
it.
As that happens, like as you're finishing up your attack and you're clearly doing a lot of damage to this devil lady and the other 4 armored ones have already been destroyed, there's a sort of snarl of frustration that you all hear in your head. And you're gonna basically I think, hang on. Yeah. So at this point, I need, let's see, an intelligence saving throw from Alaric, Cadence, Nira, and Otterkey.
Oh, that's not good.
21.
20, not natural.
Yeah, same.
Okay.
I am going to choose to be indomitable. Roll again.
Okay.
Because that roll of 2 was not good.
All right.
That's a little bit better. That is a 14 total.
Did anyone beat a 25?
No.
No.
All right.
Really expect it.
So you all fail then. So
Can I use my? It's a spectral defense. It says when you take damage from an attack, you can use your reaction to give yourself resistance to all of that attack's damage on this turn.
yeah, you can do
Okay.
that. This is also actually going to be psychic damage. But basically what happens is that as you're sort of hearing that, from under the ground at what's revealed now to have been somewhat illusory terrain, standing up from underneath it, you see the dragon emerging from this illusion, and just from its sort of forehead emanates just this cone of psychic force energy. And so all of you that failed take 31 psychic damage unless you have some other thing that would, affect the psychic damage that you take.
Now resistance. Half.
I am nearly dead, y'all.
I would suggest
Ding
not.
dang.
And I guess I need to roll a concentration.
I knocked James into. Oh, there he is. I was gonna say
Nope.
knocked James into a childhood.
I was enjoying some fun broth while you were all
Oh, technically the Aranyes devil needs to do this too. So let me go ahead and have her do that.
That's exactly a 10, so do I drop concentration or hold it?
Oh, normally it's half the damage. So yeah, it's if you took 31 psychic damage, you'd lose it.
Okay, it's gone.
Did we see a book in there? Or not?
The Aranyes actually does succeed on the saving throw, and so only takes 15 psychic damage, but was not immune to that assault. Looks irritated at having been included in that, but at the same time, to be fair, she is kind of not managing to be as impressive as Neoquartax had hoped. All right. So, that was a legendary action at the end of Otterkey's turn. Now, we have the lair action. Alaric, make an intelligence saving throw.
Here we go again. That's a natural 20.
Oh yeah? Well, what's the result though?
So 27 because I'm still in the aura.
Okay, yeah, so that is a success then. You find yourself briefly imagining the times that you have spent learning to use an axe in combat. And for a moment, it seemed to like fog up, but then you were able to resist it. Otterkey's aura was able to drive the fog away.
I also kissed the axe, though, just out of habit.
Okay, Ket, it is your turn. You are basically the gravity has reversed. So, do you have some means by which you would react to having gravity suddenly reverse on you?
No.
Basically, you're going to fly up off the ground to the top of this bubble and kind of bob there because you're going to be bouncing back and forth on the, between the border of the two gravities.
I mean, can I move?
No, I think you are stuck there unless you have some way to move yourself because you've lost contact with the ground. But you could still take an action or something.
I mean, am I? Yeah, you know what? Oh, time for that. I mean, that's.
Huh?
I don't know why I can't move out of this thing. I mean, I'm up.
Well,
floating.
I mean, you're floating in zero gravity with not touching anything. What would you do?
Breaststroke. I don't know.
I mean, now, I mean, this bubble is moving on its own, so like you probably won't. It'll move past you and then you'll fall. Or but in the meantime, you're kind of stuck unless you have some other thing that you can think of that would make you move. But you're also just kind of bobbing there, so you could still try to do something from where you are.
I mean, I can't. I don't have anything that'll
Alright.
counter this bubble. I mean, I already cast fly. I can't do that again. So I guess. I'll just sing to the dragon and see
Okay.
what that does.
All right.
I guess I'll just sing out, I am beautiful, no matter what they say, but boy, are you ugly. That does anything to the crystal?
Are you? So
And
are
that's,
you?
well, yeah, I mean, I'll sing that.
You're
and
building
that'll
up to like the note, right?
be- Yeah.
So
Then I'll-
what I need is a performance check from you.
Oh, a performance. Oh,
Yeah.
I got that. Performance. That's an 18 plus 17.
Yeah, so you are successful in that, and you see the dragon suddenly sort of like hearing this noise, sort of just recoils like, and it's sort of struggling, and there's not any other immediate effect other than it's very clear that he does not like that at all.
Okay.
So
All right, then.
you
Good
you
to know.
suspect you may have to continue singing to have continued effect.
Yeah,
So
exactly. Yeah, and then
Right.
as a bonus action, I'll inspire Alaric.
okay.
I don't have a quirky song, so
I-
just take an extra D12.
Can you do that from 70 feet away?
Oh, that's a good question. Features and traits. Let me see. Oh, it's 60 feet.
Okay. You can do
so I
cadence,
will,
or probably Archie. I think is within 60 feet. No, Archie
Nope.
is not. Cadence
All right.
is.
I'll inspire cadence then.
All right.
Take a D12 to use on
Okay.
whatever you want.
All right.
Okay.
Cadence. You are up next.
It is my turn, and because I've been waiting to shoot this dragon, I'm going to do it. Bonus action, Hunter's Mark.
Uh-huh.
So I'm gonna fire a shot. That is 27.
That's a little hunter's mark dot. A 27 does hit.
Okay. That is 19 points of damage.
19 points of damage.
And then I will do it again. That is 24.
Okay. Yeah, I mean 24 hits. Mm-hmm.
You never know with dragons.
Oh, sure. Yeah, but it does.
That is 16 points.
All right. You clearly have, penetrated this thing's hide with your arrows. It has wounded, but it's also a little bit like if you got stabbed with a toothpick. It would hurt,
Right.
but like you're okay.
It's okay.
Yeah. But no, but it worked though. You were able to damage it.
And I gotta find that paper with the dragon arrow that I got.
Oh. So, that is Cadence's turn. That we're gonna get another legendary action here.
I'm gonna die.
Nira.
Yep.
Let's see. Actually, no. Alaric, we're getting you another intelligence saving throw.
I have this weird feeling like Alaric just had this series of reactions. He's not actually moved more than 3 inches and since a while yet. That is not a natural 20. That is a 16.
Okay, that's what you find. Let's see. You find that you have suddenly been transported to what looks like a field of daisies.
Is this a charm effect?
No.
Okay.
You might have reason to believe that there is something unusual happening, but it's not a charm effect, and you essentially just perceive yourself to be in a different location.
Okay then. Ooh, flowers.
All right, that was a legendary action. Nira, you're up.
Well, I am going to cast heal on myself because I have 17 hit points right now. So that gives me another 70. And cast. Okay. And let me see. I would like to move. Where do I want to move to? Just to the west, like 1, 2, 3, 4 squares. So like right on the edge there.
Okay, so you are moving outside of Archie's aura in doing that.
Oh, yeah, I forgot about that. Crap. I'm gonna go over by Cadence instead.
Okay.
Because I need that.
So to remember that, like, this little bit here, there's like a wall. It's like 15 feet tall. So to
Yeah.
go around it, you have to go by the Arrhenius.
She can fly.
Oh yeah, you can fly.
Ooh, I
That's
can
true.
fly.
You can
Yeah.
fly. You can fly.
You can fly.
As you,
You
yeah.
can fly.
So you want to be like right there?
Yeah, we'll do that.
All right.
You just want me to heal you.
Well, I did
Yeah.
that already, but like,
You might need more. You never know.
All right.
yeah.
So I take it back what I said about Alaric. You do not perceive yourself to be in a field of daisies. You instead just feel kind of like disoriented, like everything around you has suddenly shifted in a way that like you feel like your equilibrium's off.
Okay.
Yeah. All right. That is Nira's turn. It is the dragon's turn now. And since he is right there by you, Alaric, he might as well go ahead and attack you with his multi-attack.
It's not like I can do anything against it. Bring it on.
He's gonna bite and gets a 30 to hit.
Okay, just a second. He hits one of the illusions.
Okay, all right. And then he looks really annoyed by that. Then he's going to go after you with his claws, and gets a 27 to hit.
Hits another of the illusions. just
Wait,
barely.
hang on. Actually, that should no. Okay, actually it was a 35 to hit, but it's another illusion.
Another illusion.
Okay. All right, and then 28 to hit.
Hits the third illusion.
Okay.
Wow.
I figure he's kind of standing there a lot like from that famous clip from Pulp Fiction, where he just sort of turns and then looks around and then turns again and just chomp beside him.
All right. So, but as there's just 3, right?
Yep.
Yeah. So as it gets through the rest of those, it's looking annoyed, but then it looks down at you. There you are.
Where am I?
And then it's going to use a legendary action. And let's see, what does it do? You know what? There was something else that would have happened when Cadence fired her arrows, but I forgot. So I'll remember moving forward though. You're gonna get. Let's see. We need another intelligence saving throw from Nira and Cadence and Archie and Alaric.
Am I already at a disadvantage because of the weird whammy thing?
No, because this is another psychic effect. So it's no
1, 2, 3.
additional problem.
24.
Okay.
22.
19.
You're looking for a 25, I'm afraid.
Oh, snap.
Yeah. So that's gonna be 13, 18, 24 psychic damage.
So I take 12 because I'm wearing
We
the air psychic resistance, right?
Right. Well, we're in the aura of. Is this a magical?
It is
how does that
not
thing
a
work?
spell.
Okay. Just wanted to check.
It is a psionic effect. The Irinius has to make another saving throw of her own. She does not succeed that time, so she's going to take. What did I say? 24.
Yep.
Yep.
She is looking very, very hurt. All right. That is, and then it is going to, let's see. It's going to basically, I'm just realizing the shape of its square in terms of like the circle of it. Yeah, it's gonna take. I'm just trying to see if it. No, you know what? It's just going to take move one square back, which you would get your attack of opportunity, Alaric.
I don't even know it's there.
No, you see it. Like I said, I took back the daisies thing. You see everything, but just everything feels strange in a way that's hard to explain. Mechanically, you still get the attack.
Okay, I'm at a disadvantage then because I can't really focus. I don't know what the effect of this effect is.
I know. I will describe it when it happens. You can go ahead and make your
okay.
attack. Yeah.
All right, I will give it a try. That is a 30 to hit.
Yeah, that hits.
And 15 points of slashing damage, magical slashing.
Okay. It takes that damage, but then something else also happens.
Then kills me.
Let's see. Alaric and Otterkey need to make an intelligence saving throw.
I'm not gonna make it any more now than I did before. That's a 14.
14. Yeah.
13.
Okay. Both of you take 16 psychic damage because as the dragon takes damage, the pain of it just resonates out from it in a psychic wave.
Oh, that's gonna suck.
Mm-hmm. You did how much damage? You said it was like 15 or something? What was
15,
it?
yeah.
15, yeah. So you heard it, and it hurt you back. Yeah, so that makes it the end of its turn. So it is actually your turn now, Alaric.
Well, that's something.
Mm-hmm.
I'd even, again, kind of this whole flurry of ack, dark, ack, bright, ack my head again,
Yeah.
ack my, what the hell is this thing? Is that a dragon? It looks like a dragon. If I aim for the middle one, does that mean I'm going to hit it? And I really don't have much I can do otherwise.
So I'll just tell you to avoid, further confusion. The effect is if you try to move it, you'll suffer the effect.
Okay, well, he's going to try to move because he's going to stumble towards the thing. So what
Okay.
happens?
Roll a d8.
All right. 2.
You are trying to move like diagonally toward him.
Yep. Straight out.
You end up moving. Hang on. Let's see. You move 10 feet this way instead, to the north instead. So technically, you're still, within range, but you realize you moved in a different direction than you meant to.
Okay. It's still within range of me, though?
Yeah.
Okay. I am going to try to attack as best as I can. I think it's just going to be straight up give her a kick. So, axe number 1, that's a 17.
Miss.
Axe number 2, that is even worse. No, it's an 18, so it's not much better.
Nope.
And axe number 3 is, wow, I'm increasing like by 1 or 2. That's a 20 to hit, dirty 20.
Nope. Clangs
All
off
right.
of its crystalline hide.
Then I'm going to try to retreat away from it.
Okay.
Try to. So let's
Is
see
that
what
a
direction
disengage bonus action?
I go. Nope. I can
Okay.
just walk
Oh,
away.
right. That's right. So you technically have the effect of disengage, but let's see where you go when you try to move. Roll a d8.
Number 8, wherever the hell that
Okay.
is.
That is actually going to be straight down because I'm interpreting it as, the squares around you, like 1, 2, 3, like 4 would be directly left, 5 would be directly right, and then, 6, 7, 8. So you're going to actually move more or less in the direction you wanted to anyway. But you only move 10 feet in that direction, and I think you probably fall prone because you...
I thought it was straight back.
No, so 1, 2, 3 would be, diagonal, straight up, diagonal, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So 8 would be like the bottom diagonal. I might have said it wrong before, but that's what it's happening now. But so I think you might, your spider climb boots might engage, but I think you sort of maybe flop against the thing there because you're having trouble going in the direction you meant to.
Okay, then.
All right. Now it is time for the magic bubbles to move again. So this one is going like that. The magic gravity one is going like this. Ket, roll 3d6. Or no, I'll roll it. You would be taking 9 falling damage as you fall back to the ground 30 feet.
Help me, Tom Cruise.
Boom. Tom Cruise.
Help me, Oprah Winfrey.
And then rolling for the green bubble. All right, so it's actually going to move back this way. All right. Next, it is the Aranyes, who is looking extremely injured, but is also looking excitedly at Otterkey, and is going to just use what she has left to wail on him. Actually, she's going to take, instead of using all of her longsword attacks, oh no, that's no good. Never mind, not for you. I'm just going to go make those longsword attacks after all. So that's going to be a 24 to hit.
That'll hit.
An 11, that'll miss. And then a 26 to hit. So the slashing damage is going to be... do you want it per attack or...
Sure.
So 10 slashing damage, and then... Where's those 8s? 8 poison damage. And then the second attack is 14 slashing damage and 15 poison damage. And is basically just, slashing at you all over the place with this longsword with a expression of desperate glee. All right. That is Aranias' turn. Otterkey, it is your turn now.
I'm going to just whack back. Trade blows. First one will be a 31 to hit.
Yes.
Both of them.
Go ahead and
Second
roll
would
the
be a
damage for
20.
fun. The second one's unnecessary.
Gotcha.
He had 1 hit point.
Oh, yeah, because that's like 8, 9, 10, 25 points of damage.
All right. Yeah. So she is cut in twain and then dissolves into a pool of black bubbling goo. All right. And
Will I be able to whirl around and use my movement and my second attack against the dragon?
you can try. I mean, what do you want to try to do? Like what you want to try to? So from here, yeah, you could. Yeah, you're 30 feet. You could get up to the dragon.
Cool.
You want to do that?
So basically, yeah, I would want to charge the dragon and use my other attack on it.
All right.
Wah wah is a 1.
Okay. Yeah.
Ha
As you kill, you take out that last of that devil, the Neoquartax actually snarls and then like just shouts at like the sky and says, "The contract is forfeit. If they kill me, you will not have my soul." All right. That is the end of that round. So, it is now the lair action again. Cadence, you are no longer falling in a crevice. You realize all of a sudden that there was no crevice there at all. So, on your turn, you will be able to stand up. But Archie, I need you to make an intelligence saving throw.
Oh. 13.
You realize you had this all wrong. You made this deal with the dragon because he's a good guy. He's your friend. What are you doing? Technically, this is
Yeah.
not a charm effect. Because
Okay.
it's psionic, it sort of bypasses some of those normal rules about it.
Gotcha.
It is what it is. But yes,
Yeah.
for the moment.
And then my psionic resistance is only for taking damage, not for
if it doesn't
resisting effects, right? 'Cause,
No.
yeah, it's a different mechanic.
Well, this is a little bit of an element of this creature being from a different source book than your sword. So,
Cool.
but it is not saving you. This is a big, giant, ancient dragon boss fight, and you realize that's stupid. He's your buddy. Why would you do that? Yeah. Okay. And first of all, I get to do this first. All right. Oh, right. Shoot. You're still singing, Kat, right? So you realize that. No, I don't think you would have the opportunity to realize what's happening yet, but we'll see how that goes. At this point, yeah, Kat, it is your turn. And so you can, if you like, continue to use your action to sing. And I would need another performance check.
Yeah. Okay. I would like to do that.
It would be very difficult for you to not roll high enough.
Yeah, exactly. That's another 18 plus 17.
Yeah, you're fine. And in fact, actually, make a perception check.
Okay. 23.
You see that the nature of its crystals, like they're growing out of him like it's part of his body. He's not like wearing them like armor, right? But you can see that like there are little bits here and there where there's sort of tiny cracks that look like they're trying to heal, and they're not healing.
Okay.
And you realize, like, as you sort of, the volume ebbs and wanes a little bit, you're seeing those cracks trying to heal and not manage to recover.
Okay.
However, you also see the dragon snarl in your direction. Like,
Okay,
he thinks
I
he might
move-
want
I
to try to
move-
come and stop you from doing that.
I move further behind the thing
All right, yeah, like
to
that?
the other little divot.
All right, like here?
Yeah, that one there. Yeah. That's good.
Okay. Okay, so you're continuing to sing. Cadence, you're up.
All right. I'm going to bonus action lightning arrow,
Okay.
and I'm going to shoot at the dragon.
All right, so let's just see where your line of sight is.
Is
Yeah,
Cadence floating?
No.
She's in the
You're right. You're right.
one, isn't
No,
she?
yeah, you're right. The teal bubble, as it floated over you, yes, you would have found yourself lifted off your feet and floating at the top of this bubble, about 30 feet off the ground. Thank you for the reminder. Because
Can I still
as the
shoot
teal
arrows?
bubble,
Sorry, Cadence.
yes, but at disadvantage because you can't like brace your feet or
Okay.
anything.
Okay. That is a 22.
All right, that just hits.
Oh, sweet. Okay, so need these 8. Hello. Okay. These. 24. 24 lightning damage.
Okay.
Um,
Hang on. Let me. What's his? You see the lightning crackle around him and just dissipate.
okay.
No effect.
15 regular damage
Okay.
and 100 mark damage.
All right.
And second shot is
Oh, by the way, when that happens, also Alaric and Araki make intelligence saving throws.
Why not?
23.
All right.
15.
You both take 19 psychic damage, or halved if you have something that does that. As it takes the damage, it just radiates out again in this psychic blast. But now, Cadence's second attack.
32.
All right, that will hit.
Bloody.
Whoa. That is 16 regular and 200 mark.
All right. Yeah, you're definitely doing that. You're damaging it. Another intelligence saving throw from Otterkey and Alaric. You're trying to get 25.
Not even close.
21.
Okay, that's another.
Oh, yeah,
15.
I'm incapable of getting 25, aren't I?
Yeah, that's another
Yeah.
15 psychic damage.
Since it damaged me, do I do another saving throw?
For
Psychic
your
charming?
no, because that's not what's happening here.
Yeah, of course.
Yeah.
Gotta check.
You're actually really lucky in a way that I'll explain in a moment. But so that's Cadence's turn. Nira, you're up.
So, what size is the dragon?
Gargantuan.
Okay. So that plan's shot. Okay.
You know what? Actually, before your turn, I'm sorry. I need a intelligence saving throw from Alaric and Otterkey. It sounds like if you can beat a 25, go ahead and roll.
No, I can't. So.
Natural 20. So
Okay.
that's a 27.
Okay, well then, so you are going to not take this damage or be knocked prone. But Otterkey, you're going to take 17 force damage and be knocked prone. And then the dragon is hovering, moves 40 feet. Yeah. Like that. So, and it's hovering like 10 feet in the air as it does that with legendary actions. Nira, now it's your turn.
Okay. Shit.
Otterkey would have had an opportunity attack, except why would you attack your buddy?
Yeah.
Even though, like, and honestly, you have a splitting headache because your friends keep attacking him.
Shit. Man, this is really hard. I'm like so super torn on what to even do here.
You are in this bubble too, but flying, so you can kind of manage. It's probably disorienting, but you can deal.
Okay, are these psionics, is that considered magic, like of any kind?
It's a nuanced, blurry line.
So like if it's any kind of magical effect whatsoever, like say, would anti-magic field have any effect or negate the effects?
Make an Arcana check.
I'm not very good at those. That's only a 13.
I think you're not sure.
Yeah. Shit.
You don't understand psionics, how they work very well.
I don't know what to do here.
You could help Cadence not fall 30 feet in a minute.
Yeah. Let's see. I think Cat. Yeah, I'm gonna grab Cadence and drag her out of the bubble,
Okay.
like backwards.
Like where would you want to be?
So we would be moving south.
Okay, well, you can't go too far that direction without being off the map. So
Right. So I don't need to. Well, maybe a little bit west.
So how about like that?
Yeah, like there. Like I don't need to go real far.
All right.
And then bonus action, I'm gonna use Healing Word. And I'm gonna use it.
Also, I'm just gonna note that never mind. It's moot. It doesn't matter. Healing Word.
Healing Word.
Yeah.
Okay.
I was just saying that the bubble is moving sort of clockwise.
Oh, that's
so.
right. Yeah, I'm just trying to get her out of there for now.
In the next turn, though, it's going to move like past you again. So I think that like if you're
Okay.
still kind of, we'll just flavor it that like you're holding her to help her as it moves past. Because it's
Okay.
really not moving in stages, right? That's just the nature of the turn-based combat, right? It's actually continuous.
So I'm gonna use Healing Word at level 3
Okay.
on me because I keep getting hit with stuff and I don't want to die. Everyone else is
That's fair. Yeah.
kind of okay. And so it's 3d4 plus 5. It's not much, but it's something. Let's use 11 points. Okay.
Okay, so that makes it the dragon's turn. It's going to continue over here, and it's going to use all of its attacks on you, Ket, because it doesn't like your singing. It's a critic.
I don't like the face.
Well, yeah. I mean, you know, I get it. Technically, it is doing this from 10 feet away. It is going to try to bite you first, and it's going to get 34 to hit.
Mm-hmm.
All right. And that's going to be... Oh, that's, yeah. 15... 24 piercing damage.
Okay.
And then the 2 claw attacks. That's a low roll, but it's still 23 to hit.
Mm-hmm.
And then 14 slashing damage. And then the third attack, wow, there's another low roll. That's only a 19 to hit, but does that still hits you? Or yeah?
I think so.
All right. And that's another 13 slashing damage. So, the way we're going to rule this is that your song is not actually like concentration, but you do have to use your action for it each turn. So if you ever want to use your action for something else, you'll have to stop singing for that round.
That's what I figured. Yeah. Okay.
Yep. All right.
Yep.
So up to you to decide how you want to handle that. Like mechanically, what I'll just tell you, because you got a high perception roll, is essentially he has a recharge that he can do, and the singing is preventing him from doing it.
Okay.
Okay. That is the dragon's turn. Alaric, it is your turn. You no longer feel the strange disorientation effect.
Oh, well, that's something. I feel strangely disoriented for entirely other reasons. Okay, so they're down there. Well, I guess it's fair because, I mean, he did hit me, so this will probably hit him. No, I can't really do that. Damn. I'm going to phone a friend.
Okay.
I smash the axe into the ground and summon Rocky, my new earth elemental.
All right.
Ooh.
Who is no longer on the
Okay.
astral plane and won't be stuck moving 5 feet per round or whatever that was.
Yeah.
Let's see. I still have that token, I'm pretty sure. Let's see if I can find it.
Rocky.
I think he had a different name before, but this one's called Rocky.
Oops. That's not. You know what? I'm going to use this token. Is he a large earth elemental or medium?
The level 5 one is a large one.
Okay. All right, so we'll use this token for Rocky. Do you get to pick where he is, or?
I think it just appears within range.
Well, that would mean you get to decide where, right?
Yeah, range of 90 feet. It appears right beside the dragon then.
Okay. So the dragon is technically hovering like 10 feet off the ground, but I would say a large creature, though, would be able to attack something 10 feet off the ground.
All right. Yeah. Okay. I don't think he gets an action this round anyway. Do I roll initiative for him, or you want to just go to my initiative?
Let's just use your initiative.
Okay. And I will use my bonus action to something I haven't done for a long time. I will take a second wind.
Okay.
Because I'm hurt as hell.
All right. Are you going to move at all, or? Yeah. You no longer feel the strange dizziness.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm going to move to be about basically 20 feet behind him.
All right. So like here.
I can move right through the dais, right?
Yeah.
Where's it raised?
I mean, where do you want to be?
Yeah, pretty much just right straight towards him. So right through the dais, stepping over the dead bodies.
Okay. So I mean, like, where do you want to be?
Probably right on the lip of the dais, close to him.
Okay, like that.
Sure.
All right. Okay. That would be your turn then. So now, time for the magic to move again. Magenta. Teal, you're gonna go past like that. And then the green one. 3. Like that. Okay. All right. That makes it Otterkey's turn.
So I'm gonna try to go chase towards my buddy to help him out.
Okay.
So,
Make an acrobatics check as you try to skirt this anti-gravity bubble.
and shout out, hold on, wait. This is wrong. Acrobatics check. We're doing the wrong thing here. We made a deal, man. 14.
Okay. Yeah, I think you're okay. You're only kind of going around the edges of it. So you're trying to get to like maybe right here.
Yeah.
Okay. I mean, you can
Trying
dash
to
if you
appeal
want.
to everybody.
Do you want to dash?
No, because I want to try to kind of get in between them and him, like coming up from below.
Okay. I mean, but you
And
have
it's
another
not-
30 feet of movement from here if you wanted. So 5, 10, 15, 20, 25.
Gotcha. Well, so my action, I was going to heal myself because I am really hurt.
Okay.
And if
Yeah.
I'm going to have to protect him, I'm going to have to heal myself. Yeah. So I'm going to use the rest of my healing paladin heals. But we had made a deal, but I don't even know what we're thinking here. Come on.
Yeah. So when I said you
Make
were
me
lucky
hurt you.
before, it was basically that because you thought the dragon was your friend, if he unloaded all of his attacks on you, they would be with advantage.
Oh, right.
So the fact that he went after Ket instead.
Yeah.
All right. So because it is the end of your turn, you can now make another intelligence saving throw, except you can't beat the 25 you need.
So something I had forgotten about, and I don't know if
Okay.
it comes into play after I'm already been
Oh,
enthralled.
Okay, I mean, go ahead, but I just realized
The
something else.
dragon mask gives me once per day a legendary resistance.
Oh, okay, yeah. Well, you know what? You can hang on to that because I just reread this effect. This particular effect only lasts one round, regardless. He can
Cool.
sustain some of the other ones, but not this one.
Okay.
All right. So, but you did just have
Cool.
your turn.
I'm gonna save it.
All right. You did just have your turn, and now it is the lair effect, and I need. Let's see. I need the earth elemental to make an intelligence saving throw. My guess is it probably would have a hard time getting 25.
No, I can't get 25.
Yeah. All right, so on its turn, that'll be relevant.
All right.
Kat, it is your turn.
Wow, my turn already.
Yeah.
Okay. Um, I'm so torn because this singing is like not doing damage to it, but it's like causing it to not be able to recharge whatever it's recharging.
Well, so let me be clear too. I think that you would notice this, that like when it first started attacking, it was doing a new thing like after every one of your turns, and it has not been doing that anymore. You can tell that it's essentially like when it uses these powers, it's depleting a resource that it can't recharge like it usually would. So you're not damaging it, but you're certainly keeping it from doing other things it wants to do.
Okay.
So up to you, though, to decide. So I'm just saying that you know now
Yeah.
that that's the effect that it's having.
Okay. So, in the interest of my friends, I will keep singing, and I will move to the edge of the blue circle.
All right. The edge of the which, like over.
Right over there.
Yeah.
Like just
It will
directly
make
across from me.
it will make an opportunity attack.
That's fine. I also forgot because I have that foresight. It's all of its attacks has disadvantage against
You're
me.
right. You're right. They should
Yeah.
have been at disadvantage. So
Yeah, I'm sure it'll probably still hit me regardless. But
well, it does have a plus 16.
my AC is only 14, so even if it rolls
Well,
a 1,
yeah,
it's still
it's-
going to hit me.
No, a 1 would miss regardless.
Oh, okay.
But it did. So with disadvantage, it did just roll a 2, but that's
Oh.
still an 18.
Yeah.
Yeah. So that's going to be another 18 slashing damage.
Okay.
All right. So, but you are able to move away. So 5, 10, 15, 20, 25. You can get to like here. Or if you wanted to use your tabaxi thing, you can move further.
Yeah, I'll move 2 squares further.
All right. Like that.
Yeah.
All right. That's Ket's turn. Cadence.
All right, I'm going to fire at him
Mm-hmm.
with just regular arrows, but I'm going to do sharpshooter.
Okay.
That is a 32.
32.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, that hits for sure. Yeah.
Okay, so that's 14, 17, 27.
Okay. 27. I need intelligence saving throws from Alaric and the Earth Elemental for the psychic reflection.
Well, the Earth Elemental can't break a lot.
Okay. Yeah.
But I
Remember,
rolled
you
a
both
natural-
have the aura, Archie's aura.
Yeah, it's at a -3 to start.
Okay.
That's a total of 4.
Okay.
I did roll a natural 20 though, so I got 27.
Okay, well, there you go. So you won't. Hang on, let me see if it. You do not. If you succeed, you do not take the damage at all. It's not halved. So the Earth Elemental will take 17 psychic damage, unless it's immune to psychic damage for some reason.
No.
Yeah. All right. So that was Cadence's first attack.
Yep. I'm gonna
Oh,
do
sorry. How much
sharpshooter
damage
again.
was it? You said 32 or something like that? How much damage was it?
It
I think you said 32. Does that sound right?
was no.
No?
Hang on, I have the dice still here.
Okay.
It was 14.
14?
27.
27. Okay.
Yeah.
It's 32 to hit, I think.
Yeah.
All right.
But that is 22.
Okay. 22,
that-
22 just hits.
Okay.
Mhm.
All right. So that is 9, 16, 18, 28.
All right. You're definitely you're whittling him down. Like he is a big hardy boy, but you are continuing to do damage to him, and it's starting to show.
Okay.
All right. Are you going to move or do anything else?
No, I'm going to stay right where I am right now.
Okay. At this point, he is going to turn his glowy forehead back to you all, and I need an intelligence saving throw from all of you, including the Earth Elemental. This is, you are all within the Archie's aura, though.
Oh, nice. So 22. I'm going to use my inspiration on that. 26.
Okay.
13.
Yeah. So if you beat 25, you're going to take half of this, and then obviously if you have psychic resistance, you'll half it again. But the total amount, if you failed, is... Oh, that's a good roll. 27 psychic damage.
So 14 and then 7.
It would actually be 13 and then 6.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So if you succeeded, it would be 13. If you succeeded and you have resistance, 6.
All right.
All right, yeah. And that was... And you can see now, actually, I think you can all note that the dragons, these crystals, they were all just like crackling and glowing with this purple energy and electricity as it was attacking. And that stuff is starting to look much duller than it did before. And it seems very frustrated. All right. Yeah. Okay. So, at that point, it is... Let's see. That was... that makes it Nira's turn.
All right. I'm going to give this a shot. I'm going to try banishment.
Okay.
What happens? It needs to... It's a charisma 19.
Okay. Charisma. It rolled low enough to fail, but does use a legendary resistance.
Come on, guys.
You know, but you know, it's, you know, you gotta whittle those down.
Yep.
Trying to decide if I want to move or not. No, I'm gonna stay here, I guess.
Okay.
Okay.
So at this point, it is the dragon's turn, and it is going to, gonna hover down here and attack Ket again.
So Rocky gets an opportunity attack before he flies away?
He would, except he won't.
Okay, then.
Because of the failed saving throw from before.
Sure. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
And so full round of attacks again on Ket. He does not
Okay,
like the singing.
Don't forget
Disadvantage. You're right. You're right. I'm attacking with disadvantage. Okay, so 26 to hit with the bite. And that's going to be 18 piercing damage. And then first claw attack is 18 with disadvantage. And that's going to be another 18 slashing damage. And second claw attack. Wow, double 8s. But that's still 24 to hit. And that's going to be 19 slashing damage.
Okay, I'm down, but I have Starla's thing.
Oh, the death
So that-
ward.
Death ward, yeah.
So that brings it to 1 hit point.
One.
Oh, so it is grinning down with glee as it thinks it's knocked you unconscious, and then the magic boom, and you sort of like open your eyes again, and it is pissed. It slams its tail against the ground in frustration.
That's why I gave it to James.
But it's also, I think, gonna now use its last legendary actions for this round, and every creature within 15 feet needs to make, I think that's all of you actually, needs to make another intelligence saving throw.
But where is its actual feet? Is it
So-
actually occupying all the space the image does?
Yeah, it is a 20 foot by, it is this big.
Okay.
Yeah, that square around it, that is the space it controls.
Sorry, what was the saving throw?
Intelligence.
23.
All of its things are
18.
psionic, so they're all intelligence.
Yeah.
25.
12.
Yeah.
All
Nope.
right. So if you beat 25, then you take no damage at all. If you did not, then you're going to take 17 force damage, not psychic this time, force damage, and be knocked prone as it moves 40 feet away. All right. Does that put you back under? Or what did you get on your throw, Cat?
Oh, I got 25.
Oh, you beat it.
Yeah, I beat it.
Oh, it's so pissed. Yeah, okay. I think it assumes that you must have suffered that damage, and then it floats away and looks back, and it's very upset.
I
All
just
right.
very weak. I weakly pound my chest.
Okay. Your foresight is certainly helping you. I assume you made the saving throw with advantage, right?
Yes, with
Yeah.
advantage.
Okay.
Correct.
Yeah. Good. All right. So, Alaric, it is your turn. Do you want to go first, or have your Earth Elemental go first?
Well, it's actually not that bad. He's not slowed down here. That's what was going on before.
Yeah.
Did it land or is it hovering?
It's about 10 feet off the ground.
Okay. No, but it can earth glide and come up underneath it, so
Yeah.
it will move underneath it.
But if you're having the Earth Elemental go first, what
right.
it does is unload a full round of attacks on you.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay. All right. So I'm rolling against myself now. This is no fun. All right. So 2 slam attacks. The first one hits, and the second one hits. So that is 13 and 10 points to me.
Okay. Now, as soon as it finishes doing that, its face seems to clear, and it's very sorry. It's so
Yeah.
sorry. It didn't mean to. It just got really confused for a second.
I'm not going to truck with elementals ever again.
Yeah. So basically, as soon as it did those attacks, it is now once again yours to command.
Yeah, it's almost dead anyway. Let's see. It has moved farther away. So I'm gonna try this. Oh, it's only 10-foot radius. Well, okay, that works. I cast Shatter at level 2 at it. Has to
Okay.
make a Constitution saving throw.
Okay. Yeah. Yeah. And I'm actually going to rule that it makes it at disadvantage because it's got crystals all over it. And that's like part of the whole Shatter thing, right? Can you read the part of Shatter that says that stuff?
Creature made of inorganic material has disadvantage on the saving throw.
Okay, so that's all it is. I wasn't sure if there was more to it, but yeah, it definitely counts. And believe it or not, this thing has a lot of great stats, but Constitution's actually not one of them. So at disadvantage, that's going to be a 4, but uses its second legendary resistance.
I'm okay with that.
Yeah. So does it still take half damage? Probably, right?
Oh yeah, it does take half damage. Look at that. All right. I haven't really used this one before. It is 8 points.
Okay. It takes 8 points of shatter damage.
Thunder damage.
Thunder damage.
Oh,
That's
sorry,
you.
4 points. Half that. Sorry.
Oh, okay.
That was the total.
Is it dead yet?
Nope.
Almost.
It looks not yet bloodied, if that makes sense.
Yep.
But it's all of the crackling energy around its crystals is considerably duller than it was, and it seems very angry. All right, that was Alaric's turn. Hang on. There we go. Okay, that makes it time for the magic to move again. The anti-gravity continues around that direction. The silence moves around this direction, like that. And then let's roll for the random one. Boop, boop, boop. Shoomp. 2, 3, 4. Like that. All right. And so that one, you guys are not 100% sure what it does. It sort of feels a little, prickly when it moves over you, but not in a painful way. Just like rough fabric. All right, so that makes it next Otter Key's turn.
Can I get a sense? I know psychic is wibbly wobbly. I have this one ability called Circle of Power.
Mm-hmm.
It basically says gives advantage on saving throws against spells and other magical effects.
Psionic would not qualify. It like psionics is like deliberately designed to be sort of a separate system from magic.
Yeah. Okay. Pretty sure. So I'm going to. So I'm going to run towards it.
Mm-hmm. 5, 10, 15, 20, 30 feet will get you right there. Where you're technically within its melee range, but not within yours.
Right. So with that, I can do a combination with my bonus action Misty Step.
Okay.
And swing, swing, swing.
All right. So even though, like, just the way, the shape of the art, it looks like you're not adjacent, but you actually are right there. Because, again, it's like the boxes like that.
Right. Okay. Swing one.
Mm-hmm.
Swings again. 22 to hit.
22 hits.
Wait, so, I'm getting mixed up here. Okay. So that's 19 slashing plus 8 radiant.
Okay, so there's going to be 27. Mm-hmm.
And the second would be.
Well, before you do that, you're ready for that psychic backlash, right?
Oh, of course.
Yeah, so let's get an intelligence saving throw after that first attack.
I'd be like 12.
Yeah. Well, so that one's not so bad, just 9 psychic damage.
Rocky and I are out of the range, thankfully.
Rocky is in the range. Sorry.
No. He takes it. I don't think I can.
Yeah.
Well, you roll a natural 20. He did not.
Hang on, let me just double check that range. No, you're right. It is actually 30 feet. So I think, yeah, I think Alaric is in range. Sorry. Hang on, I'm drawing new boxes instead of with my using the ruler. No, Alaric is just out of range. but Rocky is in range. Although, like,
Gonna do a
30 feet,
second attack.
it's like, does that extend from the outside of his box or the center of his box, right? You know, I don't know. Anyway. So, did you the second attack was a 28, you said? Is that what you said?
I don't remember what I rolled.
Oh, okay. Well,
I don't think it was 28 though.
okay. Well, go ahead and roll again if you don't remember.
That's way higher though. That's
Okay.
like 30 something.
Sure.
Got 9 plus 22 slashing and 4 radiant.
Okay.
Magical slashing.
26 total. Yeah, you're definitely hurting him. Does not like that. Okay.
And that exhausts my turn.
So make another saving throw for the second attack.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
14.
That one is another 18 psychic damage.
Mm.
Or, 9 if you're resistant.
Yeah.
Because you got a psionic, get the Yankee sword.
My crystalline Yankee sword.
All right, so it is the top of the round again. So first, I need Otterkey to make an intelligence saving throw.
23.
That is a failure, and you know what happens?
Force?
Suddenly, you can't remember learning to use a sword.
Oh.
So you're still holding it, but you no longer can apply your proficiency bonus to your attack rolls with it.
Wow. All right.
It feels awkward in your hand. I will still allow that you're still attuned to it, but basically attack rolls you subtract your proficiency from whatever the normal bonus would be.
Okay.
All right. And then it realizes the mistake it made in moving away because it wants to take out Ket. And so it needs to take advantage of the psychic reflections. And so it is going to basically shift around, not ever quite leaving Otterkey's... Oh, wait. Hang on. So, sorry. It's not actually his turn. It's just the top of the initiative. Excuse me. It's not his turn. But I'm gonna have him do his legendary move, though, with it. So, intelligence saving throw for the force damage. Otterkey. Yeah.
10.
Okay, that's going to be 14 force damage,
Ooh.
and you're knocked prone. And then it's going to basically just move up to right here. So that was a legendary action. Ket, it's your turn. A lot has happened since you were unconscious and then almost unconscious. And yeah. You foresaw this, but not in enough time to warn yourself more than...
Well, Caden seems to be the only one doing any real damage to this thing.
Well, Otterkey just did a bunch with his sword, for sure.
Well, yeah. I don't know. Do we keep singing, guys?
When is his turn in the initiative? I don't remember.
His full turn is after Nira.
Okay.
So it's a little ways away, but he has legendary actions, so he sometimes moves in between.
Didn't he just take that, though?
He has, so
Yeah, I
he
think
did
it's
one
a
of them,
card.
but he has, so technically has 3 legendary actions, but the move takes up 2, so he has 1 still.
Oh, man. I got nowhere to hide. I mean, he's going to come after me.
He does not want you to keep singing, for sure.
And now I'm right within his range, so even
Stay
if
within 60 feet of me, and I can get you on my turn.
even if I try to run away, he's going to make an attack of opportunity against me.
Mm-hmm.
You can't do anything else.
I can't do anything else. I can either
Yeah.
sing or fight. I can't do one. I can't do both at the same time.
So you couldn't do like what's that thing where you like teleport yourself?
Dimension door.
You can't do that.
I can dimension door, but then I have to stop singing.
Oh.
Yeah, takes an action.
I think we're gonna have to, because we can't, like, James can't go down
Yeah.
entirely. He's gonna have to do something other than sing.
I mean, you can start singing again.
On my next turn.
Yeah.
Mm,
So get away.
All right, I'll dimension door to the top left-hand corner.
All right.
You need to be within 60 feet of me to get the
Where are
benefit.
you? I don't even see you on the
Well,
map.
I'm
Right
below
under
you.
Oh, you're below me.
Yeah,
Oh,
right
okay. You're where Chooch is.
So,
Okay.
yeah, so
Gotcha.
60 feet, like, I mean, like, would you'd be,
Yeah, on top of there, and then he'll. Well,
yeah. Well, but also, like, I mean, let's just talk about, like, I know this is a tough fight, so metagaming is, like, makes sense, but, like, how would Ket know to be, like, to measure it, like, to be within 60 feet? You
Well,
know what
I
like-
mean, I'm staying within.
I mean, we just play it as
Range of
Nira
the
saying,
cleric.
"Don't get too far away." You know, like that's
Yeah.
fine. I'm just saying, let's try to keep it like
I know,
try
I'm trying
to build in a
whenever
fictional justification if possible.
Whenever I move, so like. Try and.
So
Oh.
yeah,
All right, I will. All right, I will. Yeah, I will dimension door to right there. Yeah, right on top of it. Yeah.
like that.
Within 60 feet
Yep.
of the cleric. Who I know
Trying
is
to save
hopefully-
everybody, I
Well,
promise.
yeah.
who is hopefully on her next turn going to use her healing waves this time.
I have to.
And that's my. Well, as a bonus action, I will inspire the cleric.
There you go.
You have a D12 to use on whatever you so choose.
All right.
The hills are alive with the sound of
Yeah.
a dragon dying.
Okay. As soon as you stop singing and you look at it like having, broken the song for a moment, you do see those little cracks that were sort of being forced open by the vibrations do start to slowly seal again.
Okay.
So, all right. That was Ket's turn. Cadence.
All right. I am going to. I'm going to move up towards Ket a bit.
Okay. Bear in mind, you are technically within the dragon's melee attack range.
Bonus action, Misty Step,
Okay.
30 feet up
So it
there.
would be 15, 20, 25. So you you could move right here.
Okay.
And then Misty Step, you could get basically the rest of the way to him if you want.
Yeah, and then I'm going to shoot the dragon.
All right.
I'm going to use sharpshooter again.
Okay.
That is 22.
22. 22 just hits. That's its armor class.
All right, that is. I think that's like the third time I rolled a 22. 12, 22, and 28 points of damage.
Okay. 28 points of damage. All these arrows are starting to add up. I need an intelligence saving throw from Otterkey and Rocky and Alaric and Nira.
I'll try my Indomitable again. That did
101.
How many uses of Indomitable do you have?
2 now.
Okay.
I
You'd
don't
have
think
to.
I can't see exactly where I am, but I don't think I'm in Archie's.
No, Nira is
No.
You're
not.
not. No.
Everyone else is.
Okay, I'm gonna use my inspiration.
Yeah.
So I have I have
Yep.
17. So let's. Nope, that's a 3.
Okay.
Nope.
All right. So if you did not beat 25, then that's going to be 12 psychic damage from Cadence's first attack.
Okay.
No.
Sorry, guys. Sharpshooter again.
Mm-hmm.
That is 25.
All right, hits.
Or- That's not gonna work. That is 10, 15, 25 points of damage.
All right. The wear and tear is definitely starting to show on this guy. You've done a lot of damage to him, and like he's a big boy, but yeah, it's starting to show. But I do need another intelligence saving throw from those who are in the same range for another 12 psychic damage.
And I am down to 6.
1.
Yeah, we're done.
No, not yet. Not yet.
We shall
not yet.
keep on.
Mm-hmm.
Got skills.
Let's see.
Killed him with my love ball.
If it's any consolation, at least we'll go together.
This is so hard and it sucks so much.
Gosh, but the thing is like, yeah, you know, there's a lot that it can't do right now, you know, for the, you know, because of, you know, its psionic power is so depleted because it couldn't recharge it.
I'm not going to be crying for it anytime soon.
Well,
It's
you
just-
know, that's fair. All right, let's see. No, it doesn't want to do that. I was just saying, like, there is one thing that it could do with the legendary action, but it wouldn't want to do that, so it won't. So that means it is Nero's turn.
Nera is firing off mass heal.
Very nice.
Distributes 700 points, or hit points to everybody within 60 feet of me, so that should be enough to fill everybody back up to 100%.
Wow.
No. I have a lot more than that normally, but
Well,
it's okay.
700 between 5 of you? Or
yeah,
I guess
I
Rocky
don't need that
is
much
there
of
too.
art, so
Well, I need 170.
Yeah, Alaric has
Let's do the
ridiculous
math.
number of hit points.
Okay,
How many-
700.
How many hit points
Oh,
do you need,
We'll
Alaric?
take 134.
Need
Minus
175.
Okay, 175 for Alaric. How many for you, Archie?
134.
134. I needed 152. So that's 461 so far. So I think
That's-
we're fine.
239 remaining. I needed, if I only had 6, I needed 119.
I needed 119. So that
I only need
is-
51.
Oh wow,
Yeah,
it does actually fill us
51.
up. That's amazing.
Yeah,
Wow.
so that's 631 right there.
There are 69
Wait.
left, you
All
guys.
right. 'Cause we did-
Rocky,
What about
does it
Rocky?
fill up Rocky?
Can we
What about
save
Rocky?
then?
69
Rocky.
left.
Fuck Rocky,
Nice.
we're all back up to full health.
Well, they're not being used for
So-
anything else.
So
It's a
here's the
remainder,
thing.
right?
That's a big deal spell, right? Like that's a 9th level spell, am
Yeah.
I right? Yeah.
Yeah.
So how does that play out? Like what does that look like? How does it feel for Nero
feeling-
that big
Feeling
magic?
myself
Counterspell.
teetering on the edge and looking around at my companions and seeing how ragged and worn they all are, I draw upon my inner strength and call upon Rushama, and out from me blasts a wash of healing energy that fills up my companions and gives them strength to carry on the fight.
Yes, Queen.
Very
The
nice.
earth shakes.
Yeah. So all of you.
Across the field, there's that sort of look of gratitude and admiration from Alaric for sure.
Well, and here's the thing: is that most of that damage you're taking, a lot of it was psychic damage, right? So, I mean, that wouldn't necessarily have shown itself as like physical injuries, but you would all have just like maybe sunken eyes, just like splitting headache and just, you know, dragging your feet.
Y'all
But then
would look
suddenly,
like me 2 months ago. That's how you look. You would look like me 2 months ago.
I believe the word despair was appearing on my forehead.
very nice.
And so I'm going to take a little bit of movement. 'Cause I don't think I'm within melee range.
You are. No, you definitely are.
I am. Okay, well, then I'm just going to stay put and I'm going to look at them all and say, now can we kill it?
With
Please.
its tail attack, it has a 20-foot range. Yeah, well, so it seems like a plan. So it's its turn now. It snarls at everybody and just says, "You'll all regret this." But I think you guys don't have to roll high insight to see that you got this thing on its heels, metaphorically, a little bit. It's starting to be afraid that it's not going to win the day here. But it is its turn. So let's see. I think, yeah, it's going to head back for Cat again.
So
Stop singing.
does Rocky get this chance this time to hit it?
Yes. So,
Does Alaric get a
Nira,
chance
Alaric, well, actually, no,
No, 'cause
Alaric's
it was
not,
hovering.
yeah. Yeah, so Rocky and, I'll allow Nira to also make an opportunity attack if she wants.
So is that just a weapon attack, or
Yeah.
like can I fire off a cantrip?
No, it's just a weapon attack. You have to have a
Weapon
feat to use
attack.
a cantrip.
Okay.
23 to hit.
Yeah, I haven't used my. I don't
23
remember
hits.
the last time I used my warhammer.
It's been quite a while.
Which end do I use?
So let's see. That's a 24. Actually.
Hits, yeah. Go ahead and roll the damage. And same for
No.
Rocky. Rocky also got it.
7.
11 points from Rocky.
Okay.
I hit the thing. I hit the
Yeah,
thing.
you did. You sure did. You both hit it for a total of 18 damage. Now I need I need those intelligence saving throws, right? Or
I'm
you need
gonna
it
go out on a
from
limb and say no.
Archie and Nira and Alaric and Rocky and I think nope, Cadence is just out of range.
Rocky don't make these saving throws.
Yeah.
How much do we take?
So there's two of them. The first one, oh, that's not bad. That's only 6 psychic damage. The second one is 14 psychic damage.
Ouch.
All right, but then it's rolling up here to yeah. Whoops, I'm moving the little dead devils there. I'm actually just gonna delete those tokens because they technically dissolved away. They're not actually bodies there. All right, Cat, he's starting in on you again. He does not want you to start singing again. That's gonna be an 18 to hit. That's gonna be 17 piercing damage. Claw 1 at disadvantage is 29. And that's another 20 slashing damage. And then another 29 for 15 slashing damage. And then it's going to. Now it's gonna hang on to that. Yeah. All right. So that makes it. That was the dragon's turn. Alaric, it's your turn now.
Well, this is unexpected. Rocky, go grab him. So he will move over. He's got 30 feet of movement.
Okay.
And try to grapple the dragon.
So he's large, but the dragon is gargantuan, which is 2 sizes bigger.
Oh, is that 2 sizes bigger? Oh,
Yeah.
Okay. Well, that's probably
Sorry,
gonna work.
because it's medium, large, huge, gargantuan. And technically, he's like one size bigger than the gargantuan technically requires. Like,
Okay.
he's actually 25 feet by 25 feet.
Then I'll tell Rocky to hit the crystals.
Yeah.
He is a siege monster, so he does double damage to objects and structures if he actually is trying to hit the crystal.
Yeah,
matter
so
to that.
I think if you want to make it like a called shot to hit the crystals, we're going to say it's a little bit like the sharpshooter, right? So what I'll rule is that if -5 to his attack bonus, but if he hits, he'll do double damage.
Okay, I can live with that. That is a total of 20 to hit.
That's going to miss, unfortunately.
Okay, second attack. Rat rolled over from that natural 20. That would have been nice. Oh, well.
Oh, well.
Then it is Alaric's turn. Yeah, let's just hit the thing. I'm going to throw the axe.
All right.
Got
I
an
mean, you're
ally
right there. You
nearby.
don't actually have to throw it.
Oh, he's not hovering anymore?
Okay. I mean, I guess. Yeah, he is hovering. Yeah.
Yeah.
He's hovering.
So I will throw it.
All right.
First one is a 22 to hit.
Okay. 22 hits.
Okay. For 13 points.
Okay. And everybody knows the rule by now, right? So that's going to be another 15 psychic damage to those in range, which is
Yeah.
going to be Archie and Nira are out of range, but Rocky, Alaric,
Oh.
Cadence.
Is it 7 if it's half
Yes.
or 8? Okay.
Well, so it's 15, so 7. Yeah.
All right, I'm going to continue to wail on because I need to. We're at better state now, at least.
Yep.
It's only 17 to hit on the second attack. That is a 28 to hit on the third attack.
All right.
Oh shoot, that was a sneak attack.
Oh,
on the
okay.
first one. So
Yeah,
I'll just
so-
roll the damage now and add it on. It's
Sure,
the same
sure, yeah.
thing, But, that is 15 points of damage,
Okay. So another 15.
and I'm going to. Oh, well, actually, sorry. We'll do the head scratching.
So
the scratch.
did you make a second attack? Or you threw the axe, right?
That was the second attack. The third attack hit. So I just rolled the damage with the sneak attack damage on top. 'Cause
Okay.
It doesn't matter when it actually happened.
Okay. I was just saying, like, so is there not a second attack? Or,
So the second attack missed,
oh, okay, I see.
and then the third attack hit.
Okay.
So let's do the psychic reaction first.
Yeah, all right. So that's going to be 17 for that one.
And what's the target to hit on that?
25.
Oh yeah, never mind. 17.
Those ancient dragons, man, they have high DCs.
Okay. Now, I'm going to move backward.
Okay,
My full movement.
all right.
Oh.
He's going to make an opportunity attack.
Nope. No, he isn't.
Oh, wait,
'cause I
you're
hit him.
right. Oh, yeah, you're right. Yeah, because you
I should've
got
just
your
tried to
fancy
strike at him.
footwork thing. Yeah.
Okay. And once I've moved there, I'm going to action surge.
Okay. 15, 20, for like full movement. So, okay, action surge.
And I'm going to cast Shatter at third level.
Okay.
He's at disadvantage because I hit it. I hit him with a melee attack that gives him disadvantage on his saving throws against the spells I use within the next round or
Oh.
before the end of my next turn.
Yeah, okay. Well, and he would be at disadvantage on this one anyway, though, because the shatter,
True.
we said the crystals, but will definitely be at disadvantage. And that is going to be a 4. So,
So fail.
yeah, I'm just trying to decide if he uses his last legendary resistance. Yeah, I think he does at this point, yeah. So, like, not that you guys know how many he has, but he uses a third one. Theoretically, he
13.
could have more. You don't know.
13, he takes half. So
All right, yeah.
6.
6. All right. Okay. That is Alaric's turn.
Oh,
Next.
was there any effect on the crystals themselves?
No. Oh, you know what? That just reminds me, I was kind of not engaging with, there's a mechanic that I wasn't, using, so but you don't actually have visibility of what's happening, so I'm gonna basically just do a couple of turns worth of it to reflect what I was missing before. Okay. All right. Okay, so that was Alaric's turn. It is time now for the magic to move again. I think that, Kat, you feel it kind of buzz by you, but not enough to be a problem for you. Whereas Nira, you are now in a silence bubble. And the green one... By the way, I know we're going late, you guys, but I think we're coming up on it. And then this one goes doop, 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 doop. All right. Okay. Otterkey, it's your turn.
Going back and forth and back and forth and back and forth. Going to try Destructive Wave, which is a spell I don't think I've ever done before.
Well, it's
So
the spell that he stole from Nira.
Oh, that's right.
That's what all those landmine things were. Yeah.
That's right.
Yeah.
Very poetic. Which is 60 feet, right? Yeah.
He's making a Constitution saving throw. Yes.
30 feet. Sorry, I gotta move a little towards him because it's 30 feet.
Okay.
So yeah, Constitution save versus 18.
All right. Oh, he actually does succeed just naturally with the die. He had to roll high, but he did.
So okay, so yeah, so
You still take half, right?
or B, and yeah, so he's gonna still take half. So let's see. I'm going to do first the thunder damage. 20 points of thunder damage.
Okay. Is that halved already? No. Not
no,
halved?
that's not
Yeah.
half.
Okay.
That is not half.
Mm-hmm.
And 18 of also 9 of say radiant.
Okay, yeah. So, yeah, you caused that shockwave to appear, and I would imagine that you tried to center it on an area that was, I mean, you know, if you did it just like centered right on him, you're going to have Rocky
each
in the
creature
way.
you choose. So.
Oh, you choose. Okay, that's right. You can make it. Yeah. Yeah, very nice. Okay, yeah. Anything else for your turn?
And I don't think I have a useful bonus, so no. That's it.
Okay. And then so that's it is top of the initiative again. Otterkey, the weird memory block you had on your ability to use your sword goes away. But you see that his crystals are starting to, you know, regenerate a little bit. So, Ket, it is your turn.
I'm gonna open up my mouth and let out a beautiful song.
All right.
Keep singing.
Yeah.
Again.
He snarls
That
in
high note.
frustration. Yeah. He's going to. He is. Let's see. What is he gonna do? Okay. You see him. Oh gosh. No, he can't do that. Oh, that's so tricky. Just the economics of his powers are very. There's a sliver of very frustrating bit right there where like he can almost do something really cool, but not quite. I think that he's. Oh, you know what? Never mind. I won't. I'm going to say, by the way, just for rather than trying to retcon anything, I'm going to say that you did that destructive wave just as that green bubble was sort of moving into the area. So technically, you have not yet seen the spell interact with it. Just because I don't want to try to undo that damage and stuff. But let's try to pay attention if that seems to a spell is going to be cast through that area.
Ah, okay, yeah.
Okay, and then yeah. You know what? I think he's just yeah. You know what? He is going to do his move again, his legendary move. So that's going to be intelligence saving throw for Rocky and Cadence and Ket.
Rocky, don't do that.
And then that's going to be 13 force damage and be knocked prone if you fail.
I got a natural 20.
Okay. Would that get you a 25?
No, it would get me a 24.
Alas, still a fail.
Yeah.
All right. And then it hovers around over to here, and it's actually now higher off the ground. So Ket is, like on top of this wall thing, which is like 15 feet off the ground, and it's 10 feet above that. So it's actually now 25 feet up over the ground.
Can I use my spectral defense against that?
Remind me what it does?
You use your reaction to give yourself resistance to all of the attack's damage.
Oh, yeah, yes. All right. So that makes it Cadence's turn.
Okay. I'm going to reach over and cast Cure Wounds on Ket at level 5. So 7 times 23, 24, 7, 30 points back.
Very nice. And I'm just going to say, if the regeneration doesn't, stopping the regeneration doesn't seem as flashy as maybe you hoped, I'll just tell you just from behind the DM screen here, the things that it is preventing the dragon from doing, you guys are glad that, you should be glad that that's happening. In hindsight, maybe it would have been better to have it just be damaged, then it's more obvious. But then it would also be doing a lot more damage to you guys. So consider the other world where that was what was happening. All right. Okay, that's Cadence's turn. Anything else?
I mean, I could shoot at it, but I don't want Ket to take the damage, so I guess I'll not.
Mm-hmm. All right. So that makes it Nira's turn. You are currently in a silence bubble.
Yeah. So I need to float up out of that.
All right.
How far away am I from this dragon? Like how many feet?
A ways. It just moved.
Is it within 60 feet?
No.
No.
I mean, you could maybe move. So it's 65 feet, except that it's also 25 feet off the ground. I mean, but you could move closer.
Yeah, I need to move within 60 feet of it.
Yeah, you can do that.
Okay.
So if you move, like, let's see, 5, 10, 15. So like you could move here and be, yeah, like that would be within 60 feet.
Okay. So I will do that. And then I'm going to need it to make a constitution saving throw as
Okay.
I cast harm.
Ooh, that's a good one. And it, yeah, it got a 3 on its Constitution saving throw.
Yeah, so that's 14d6. So I used a dice roller.
Yeah, that seems reasonable. 14d6.
And that is 55 points of necrotic
Holy
damage.
crap! That's another big one. Yeah, that it feels that hard. Oh shoot!
And
it
its
also,
maximum its hit point maximum is reduced for 1 hour by an amount equal to the necrotic damage it took.
Wow. Well, I think I have a feeling that's going to be moot, but what you see as it's taking that damage is it's just like it's necrotic damage, right? So you just
Yeah.
see suddenly it's shriveling. It's the fleshy parts of it are shriveling and like growing taut against where these crystals are. But you see in places where the flesh is starting to compress against these crystals, you see some of the crystals actually starting to shatter and crack and grow brittle too, in a way that seems to be giving off these weird little sparks from the crystals, and it looks extremely hurt now. It does not look good at all.
Somebody kill it.
But so that makes it its turn, and looking so injured, you see it looking around at all of you, desperation in its eyes for the first time, and it actually is going to fly over here, land next to this fissure, and you see it reach in where the fissure is just around the tree branch, but you see it do something with the fissures you've never seen before. Now, every time you've seen these purple sort of tears, it was always a little bit like if you had a piece of paper that you tore a hole in. The purple was like the edge of the paper, right? Where you would see these tears, but the purple was kind of a reflection of the energy. It wasn't the place you were going. Somehow, what it looks like it does is it reaches its hand into the energy, not through the portal. And it says, "Beings of the far realm, agents of chaos, aid me!" And you see all of a sudden all of these crystals all along its back start just lighting up and glowing like so bright it's actually hard to look at. You see it's starting to like crackle with this purple electricity all over it. Not in a way that looks especially healthy, frankly, for this dragon, but is scary to be sure. But as it seems to be generating and drawing an enormous amount of power from this fissure, the branch that was sitting there that had the amber all around it, the amber starts to crack and flake away. And then the branch suddenly grows into, like, it's just suddenly grows at tremendous speed and then spears right through the dragon's neck. And it's not dead, but it's certainly startled, and it is now, like, pinned in place by being impaled on this tree branch. And that is the dragon's turn. Alaric, you're up.
I feel like I want to thank Amethyst right now, and I don't even know why. Okay, well, 10, 20, 30, 40. It's within 60 feet of me.
I believe so. Yes.
I will cast Shatter once more.
Okay.
And it's still a disadvantage because it's not the end of my turn.
Yeah, I guess so. I mean, it would be anyway, as we kind
True.
of established. Boy, yeah, it's rolling really badly on all of these Constitution saving throws. I mean, I guess it succeeded on one rolling high, but yeah, no, that's a 4.
What's the damage? Which is more. It's only 16 points.
Okay.
Yeah, of thunder damage.
Okay. Well, so it's not dead yet, but it's struggling and sort of flailing a little bit as it's like speared through the neck. And in fact, I think as you're looking at it sort of struggle there, it seems clear that normal biological mechanisms are not how this thing is still moving now. It's starting to fall apart, but it is now still animated by some additional force, and you're not sure what's going to happen if that is allowed to continue.
Oh, can I order Rocky to back off, knowing it's going to probably kill him if he's still standing there?
Yes. Also, I mean, technically, the psychic recoil is still in effect too. So let's get that throw from Ket and Cadence and Rocky.
And the Marut?
No.
Damn.
Wouldn't that be nice?
Yeah, no, fail.
All right. That's 19 psychic damage.
So is that 8 or 9? 9 or 10?
Did I said 19, I think? That would be 8.
Okay.
Oh, no, 9. Yeah.
No, 9,
What am I
yeah.
thinking? Yeah, 9. All right. So, Alaric, did you anything else? That was your action?
That's it, yeah.
Yeah. All right.
Oh, just ordering Rocky to move back.
Okay. Yeah. How far can he move?
30.
All right. So that'd be 10, 30, like that.
Yep.
All right, Otterkey, you're up.
I'm going to charge. I'm going to charge straight through.
You can
Yeah,
just get into
diagonally.
melee range if you want.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right. I think up close here, you can see that there are two competing things happening to this dragon right now. Like, it's still receiving this strange purple energy from the rift, but the branch is trying to also draw it away. Right now, it's almost a little bit to call it a stalemate implies like a passive condition. This is more like, when you have like a terrible storm and an overflowing dam.
Yeah.
Like the level of the lake is staying the same, but it's only because.
Seeing this happen.
Mm-hmm.
And given my new kind of life, nature, energy,
Mm-hmm.
I'm kind of fascinated, and I'm going to cast plant growth.
Nice. You know what? You don't have to like do anything. You just cast it, right?
No,
Wait,
yeah.
wait. What's the casting time for plant growth? I really like this.
One
but-
action.
One action, huh?
Duration instantaneous.
All right. Describe how the sudden growth of this branch finishes off the dragon.
Oh, I was just really going to hold it.
No, this is it. You are ending the existence of Neoquartax with this action.
Yeah, I see a surge of the nature and have it basically constrict and entwine it and just crush
Yeah.
down
Right.
power.
You know, it's in some ways it's like the branches are starting to sort of grow up through it, but at a point where it's so clear that the branches do not care what aspects of the dragon are there. They're growing the way they're going to grow, and eventually they just fill this space, and what is remains of the dragon is sort of just crushed and falls away from what is now a rather substantial element of a tree, and the dragon is no more. And you're all taking a moment to just see it gone, defeated, destroyed. This ancient creature. And then
I just
from
glare at Anarchy.
The Marut.
and then from the from
Yeah.
nearby you start hearing wum, 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 wum,
Now it gets involved.
and that's where we're gonna end tonight's session.
Choo choo groove tree. That's. Oh, we're so hosed.
Great job, you guys.
I was sure we were all gone in the same round.
That was a tough fight.
Oh my god.
Good job, though. You guys played it tactically smart. You used advantages. The green bubble never came into play. It was supposed to like reflect magic, and it just never kind of really happened. You know, like I forgot the one time a spell was cast through it, but it's fine. So we've got some people still watching. Does anyone have questions for the heroes of legend in their moment of triumph before they realize how host they are? Or
Again.
maybe just after. That's allowed too. Like, so the idea here, if you don't usually watch these, is people can ask the characters in-character questions. And if you don't have any, that's okay too. Got some viewers, but not seeing the questions
man.
popping up in chat. That's fine. This was a long session, but great job, you guys. Like this was a fight a year coming.
God.
Because
God, I'm glad we didn't do it last year. Jeez.
Right.
Holy moly.
Well, it's probably been scaled up since then.
well, also it took the time to make a deal with devils and bring the Oblex out to help it and lay destructive wave traps and prepare other sorts of things. But yeah. Oh, Mother Dragon's in the chat, says, sorry, I had to remove a cat from my chest. That, you know, that that can happen. But well done, all of you. I agree.
Yeah, but what happens? Do we get our memories?
Yeah, do we suddenly remember everything?
At least as of where we're dropping things right now, no. You are not suddenly flooded with the stolen memories.
Oh man, it's gonna be a long week, y'all.
All right, I think we'll leave it there, but thank you everybody for listening and or watching. Thank you to the players. You did a great job. This was a big, bad boss fight, and you did great. Good job. And we'll be back next week for more adventure on so many levels.
So many levels.